Improve your flexibility and balance. Strengthen and tone your legs.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better, and it makes me feel stronger too.
My circulation is moving. I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
It's so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. And for a limited time, get a free upgrade to our deluxe bundle with a faster motor, sport mat, and wireless remote. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
This is AM 850 WEEI Boston, the home of Rome, Boston College sports, and you better you bet. AM 850 WEEI, always live on the free Odyssey app.
This is Black and Abdallah on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Black and Adam Abdallah.
Welcome in to Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. That's right. You can also listen to us on Sirius XM Channel 375 and all of our great radio affiliates around the country. We are on until 3 Eastern, and today is a day, Abdallah. You can join us today at 310-840-4910. You can also text the show at that same number. Free agency in the NFL. The legal tampering window is now open in the NFL. We will have news breaking throughout the day. Who is going where and which teams are making big moves. We have our eyes on everything as we get things started here on a Monday.
Yeah, it's sniffing and poking season, as they say, because you can legally tamp. Teams are sniffing around, teams are poking around. We're keeping our eyes on Trey Hendrickson, formerly of the Bengals and now a free agent. Tyler Linderbaum, the center of the Ravens. He's projected to be the highest paid center of all time. He wants over $25 million to be a center, which is insane. Yes. Mike Evans is projected to leave the Buccaneers and now seek a new team. And earlier today, Tua Tagovailoa was designated to leave the Miami Dolphins. He's going to be a post-June 1st cut, but he is free to sign anywhere he wants to. Now, officially on Wednesday, but they're going to spread out his money over 2 years. But Tua Tagovailoa, the former Dolphin, is free to sign wherever he wants to. And reports are that the Falcons are sniffing around Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, there's a lot taking place, a lot going on at this hour, and obviously with free agency opening right now, the legal tampering window opens. This is how it works. This is the day where you find out all of the news that takes place. Theoretically, the official opening of free agency is Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's when teams can officially announce the signings of all of the stuff you're going to hear about today. We do have a lot of news breaking in the NFL before we even got to this point today, and we'll keep you up to date on all the news taking place in free agency. The Packers traded Rashawn Gary to the Dallas Cowboys earlier. Abdallah mentioned the Tua Tagovailoa news that the Dolphins are going to release Tua and that he is likely to sign with the Atlanta Falcons. Travis Kelce is rumored to be back in the mix. He will be back in Kansas City for this upcoming season. I believe a 14th season in the NFL for the future Hall of Famer, Travis Kelce. And we also have this news from Ian Rappaport. The 49ers have now said that they are open to trading Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams, a source says. So if that situation does not get resolved, look for Trent Williams, the best left tackle in all of football, possibly on the move as well. So there's a lot to look at with what's going on, and we will keep our eyes on all the movement in free agency here today.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what teams would trade for Trent Williams, because I believe he was projected to also possibly be released. And when you hear that teams might release a player and then they're open to trading him, teams are kind of reluctant to move into a trade for a player, because if you're just going to release him, why would we trade something for him? We'll just wait around. And if he doesn't want to play for the 49ers anymore, we'll just wait and see if you're going to end up if you can't trade for him, we'll just wait for you to release him. It happened with the Chicago Bears and Tremaine Edmonds. They said, go find a trade. They weren't able to. And then later this past weekend, they ended up releasing him. And now he's a free agent to go sign, or will be a free agent once the league year starts, to go sign wherever he wants to. And that seems to be what teams will do. Someone could have traded for Tua Tagovailoa if they wanted to. There was no market for him. So the Dolphins had no other choice but to just release him. The only option of what they could have done with his money is either eat all of the money this year, all $99 million in 1 year, or split it up, which is what they've chosen to do, over 2 years. They're going to eat about 60 some odd million dollars this year, and the other percentage of that, I'm not a math wizard, next year. And I believe, Chris, that they should be eating all of it this year. To me, the wrong move is waiting and having 40 some odd million dollars or whatever, 30 some odd million dollars on the books next year, because
it's also making a statement.
Yeah.
So it's a very expensive statement for the Miami Dolphins to make, eating all of that money with releasing Tua Tagovailoa. But it's also because I think the one thing you have to consider with that situation is they want a fresh start overall with everything, coaching staff, GM, everyone. So if you move off of all those players, earlier today they traded Mika Fitzpatrick to the Jets as well. So the Miami Dolphins are clearly clearing space, starting new. They're going to be very bad this upcoming season with the expectation that there's going to be some good quarterbacks in next year's draft that they're going to go after. So I get it. It is a statement being made by the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I just think that if you're going to start over with a new quarterback next season, if they're marching for Arch or if whatever we're going to rhyme Dante Moore with, that they should be clearing their books and go into it the way the Tennessee...
Score for more?
Well, no, because you don't want to score. Like, that's the thing, is you don't want to score.
Okay.
So you're not trying...
Don't score
for more or... Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, you want to go in the way the Tennessee Titans are going in this year. The Tennessee Titans are going in with close to $100 million in cap space to spend however they want to today. And so the Dolphins could be doing that, but they're going to be saddled with whatever's left over from this Tua Tagovailoa money contract next season. Free up all the money, be as bad as possible this year, and do that and free up yourself for next season.
It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports. If you want to join us, or you can text us today, you can call us at 310-840-4910. Here's the latest from ESPN. Free agent wide receiver Alec Pierce is returning to the Colts with a 4-year, $116 million deal. So that is a situation where the Colts get their top wide receiver to pair with Daniel Jones, a decision that the Colts have decided to go down. And this is also the Indianapolis Colts are set up now to try and compete to make the playoffs and to make a run at the Super Bowl after the trade that they made last offseason for Sauce Gardner. So they get Pierce back in the mix for the Colts, one of the best free agent wide receivers on the market.
Yeah, he started in 14 games last year. He had 1,003 yards, the exact to the yards of A.J. Brown last year, which is interesting. And he only had 6 touchdowns, he had a few concussion issues last year as well. So he seemed to be the highest profile free agent wide receiver and is obviously taking advantage of that with the contract. A.J. Brown is the most prized trade option out there. And if you're not going to give up draft picks for A.J. Brown, this is what you're going with. Alec Pierce also rumored with the New England Patriots. They obviously didn't get him, but Alec Pierce stays in Indianapolis with presumably Daniel Jones, who signed the transition tag, so other teams can make an offer for him, but I doubt anybody will. So he's probably staying in Indianapolis. So it's going to be Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce as that combination for the Colts. And yeah, you said to try to win a Super Bowl. We'll see. I don't know what else they have there besides those two, but it seems like that's it. And if Alec Pierce can come off those concussions and get more than 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, I don't know if that's money's worth 6 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns to me is not worth that much money. It doesn't seem like a reasonable contract, but it's the market that's out there.
Yeah.
And that's what you're seeing. The cap went up over $300 million this year. And when you're one of the best guys that's available, that's what you're going to get. And that's what you're going to see. The market dictates what's out there. And that's the market. Alec Pierce was the best free agent out there. That's what he's going to get.
Well, it's a little rich. And now if you're a team that needs a wide receiver, do you call Philly? And do you say, hey, what do you want for A.J. Brown? Because like Abdallah's listing off there, 4 years, 116 for Alec Pierce, and you're saying that the numbers are comparable to A.J. Brown, would you rather just give up draft capital over paying a player on the open market of Pierce's caliber to that price? Like, I think that's where some of these teams, and I know with last week's news that took place, Buffalo removes themselves of the teams really looking for a wide receiver because they made the trade for DJ Moore. But when you look at Denver for one of the teams that you could perhaps look at that needs a wide receiver here in free agency or with trades, I wonder if they become a good option when you look at the A.J. Brown situation long term, that they would be willing to make a move with the Philadelphia Eagles and go land a wide receiver.
Well, as far as Pierce goes with the Colts, I think I would rather pay the money rather than give up the draft pick, because you still have to pay A.J. Brown. I know he's got a contract. You still have to pay him. But with Pierce, he already has a familiarity with Daniel Jones after last year. So you don't have to learn with the new player. They don't have to develop that chemistry. So Pierce and Jones already have that chemistry after playing alongside each other for that year. So they already have that. I don't want to give up the draft capital. If you're the Patriots and you're giving up the 31st pick, to me, giving up the 31st overall pick is fine, because I don't think you're drafting a player of A.J. Brown's caliber with the 31st pick. To me, giving up the 31st pick and saying you're drafting A.J. Brown is fine to me. If you're drafting higher than that and you're giving up a first round pick that's higher than that, if you're the Colts and you have a higher pick than that for them, I wouldn't do that. I'm not giving that up. So I don't want to. They don't have any first round picks to give up, because they traded for Sauce Gardner. They don't have a first-round pick this year. They don't have a first-round pick next year. So they're not making that trade. The Patriots can afford to make that trade. So I think they should do that. I don't know if they're going to. They were tied to Alec Pierce. They're obviously not going to do that. The Patriots now are looking for some form of wide receiver. I made the case last week, Chris, that maybe they should be looking for a veteran wide receiver that you can rely on. Mm-hmm. I made the case for maybe Mike Evans to go to the Patriots.
Yeah, it's not a bad landing spot.
For Drake May to have a reliable wide receiver that he can count on, that is a catch machine. You know that Mike Evans is going to catch everything. Coming off an injury, I know that it's a risky move. He's not going to cost you as much as obviously Alec Pierce was going to. You don't have to give up the draft capital that you would for A.J. Brown. But if Mike Evans went to the Patriots, you could obviously spend on another wide receiver. You could draft another wide receiver at 31 if you wanted to. But to me, Mike Evans would make perfect sense for New England.
It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports. You can hang out with us. Give us a call at 310-840-4910. You can also text the show your concerns or thoughts about NFL free agency that just kicked off 11 minutes ago. Abdallah just mentioned the Patriots. The Patriots are making moves. Diana Rossini from The Athletic is reporting that the Patriots are signing Ravens defensive end Draymond Jones. So they are going defense. They are adding a defensive end to the mix. The report from Rossini says that Baltimore made a strong push to retain Jones, but he will be heading to New England to play on the defensive side for Mike Vrabel. So that is the move for the Patriots at the moment. I do think that you make a good point for New England. If they want to go after a wide receiver, Mike Evans would make a lot of sense for the Patriots. I think Mike Evans would make a lot of sense in a bunch of different places. Mm-hmm. And I think he's the type of player that the proof is there. He has proven over time, obviously, Hall of Fame player, but he is someone that a young quarterback can rely on. And I think that's where Drake May, it would make a lot of sense there. I mentioned previously Denver to you. They need wide receiver help.
Yep.
Bo Nix coming off of the ankle injury. That would be a big piece of relief for a young quarterback to have a wide receiver like Evans in the mix. So we'll keep our eyes on that. The latest, the Patriots are signing Ravens defensive end Draymond Jones. Formerly with the Ravens, he will now be with the Patriots moving forward.
Yeah, well, the Ravens just got a defensive end, so I think they'll be okay. They got Max Crosby, so I think they'll be all right. Jones had 7 sacks last year, 55 pressures, so Mike Vrabel gets gets an addition to his defensive line. I think it'll be beneficial for them. They need to revamp some of their offensive line, I think, to help Drake May out, and obviously add some wide receivers for the Patriots if they want to return, because, obviously the Bills shoring up their wide receivers with DJ Moore, trading for DJ Moore last week. The Bills, once again, class of that division, class of that conference, really, in the AFC. If you go right now, the Bills, favorites to win the AFC. It seems like the Patriots need to do something, whether it's A.J. Brown, whether it's Mike Evans. If the Bills or the Patriots want to compete with the Bills and keep up, they need to do something. Defense is fine, but you have to help your quarterback. Defense is great, and I get a great defense can help your quarterback, and they had a good defense last year. And adding, Draymond Jones is a good start, but you have to add offensive linemen, and you have to add weapons for your young quarterback. And Mike Evans or A.J. Brown, one of those, you got to do something. And the price of A.J. Brown continues to remain steady from the Eagles at a first-round pick because that's what GM Howie Roseman keeps saying that he wants.
It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. So there's a lot of movement. Free agency just begun 14 minutes ago. Alec Pierce re-signing with the Indianapolis Colts for 4 years, $116 million. We've seen news earlier today before the free agent legal tampering period started up. Tua Tagovailoa will be released by the Miami Dolphins. Travis Kelce expected to re-sign with the Kansas City Chiefs.
He's already tired, huh?
What's that?
Said he's already tired of being at home, huh?
Oh, you're saying he was hanging out with Cat Lady for a couple of weeks and then he realized he needed to get out of there?
I ain't doing this full time.
I can't sit around
I
with her anymore.
I got one more year, man. I ain't going home yet.
Like, I'm all for the paparazzi following us around out of all the different restaurants and hot spots.
But I'm going back to camp.
But she's here knitting a sweater with her cats.
No.
Like, I don't know if that's what I want to do.
I need another album cycle, or I need to go back to camp. Whatever happens first.
When are you going back on tour, lady? When is this? Yes, we are talking about Taylor Swift. That's exactly who we're talking about.
He doesn't want to be a part of planning a wedding.
Well, what guy does?
And that's my point. If he goes to camp, he doesn't have to be a part of this, right?
If you have participated in said event,
it's not fun.
No, it's not. And it is very stressful for no good reason. Yeah, I mean, I get
because let's be honest,
the wedding itself is a good reason, but from experience, all of the back and forth, and then you get the mother-in-law, and then you get your mother, and then everything's like,
you have to pretend to care,
and you don't.
But you don't care.
You don't care at all.
I don't care what colors there are. I don't care what the food. Like, the food's got to taste good, but I don't really care. I don't care about any of it, but you got to pretend. And Travis Kelce doesn't want to pretend, so he's going to go to training camp. He's going to go to all the off-season workouts, all the OTAs. He's going to show up for everything.
He's actually at the facility right now, just kicking around.
He's like, you don't need to show up and sign a contract. He's like, no, I need to put pen to paper.
Yeah, I need to get this working. It's Black and Dollar here on Westwood One Sports. I've got a team that I think is now the favorite in the AFC. I'll tell you who that is next.
Conference Tournament Week. Bubbles are busted, and tickets are getting punched. March Madness is upon us on your official home of the NCAA Tournament, Westwood One Sports.
Clones, listen up. Not all beef jerky is the same. In fact, there are major differences in quality from one brand to the next. Old Trapper is a better way to snack, chock full of good protein to satisfy your manliest hunger cravings. Every bite is better for you and higher in essential protein than chips, sugar-filled energy bars, and candy. Old Trapper in the Clearview bag is the world's finest jerky, made with only the best ingredients. So ask for Old Trapper by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Love college basketball? Gear up for another exciting season of college ball with a special offer from BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a college basketball odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any college football bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. It's that simple. Log in and enjoy our odds boost token to help you create another memorable season of college ball. Head for the net with BetMGM all season long. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This promotional offer is not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Spring is right around the corner, and the Home Depot is here to help you bring your home to life with savings on indoor and outdoor plants. Visit your local Home Depot Garden Center for tips, inspiration, and helpful guidance with everything from hydrangeas to herb gardens. Our stores are stocked with plants that thrive in your region, so you can keep things lush and blooming all season long. Get ready for spring with savings on our wide selection of indoor and outdoor plants only at the Home Depot. Product varies by store. See store for details.
He's a husband, a dad, owner of a gym. He's also a police officer. Staying strong and pain-free isn't optional. It's safety. That's why David Boardman's a QC Kinetics patient.
My job is dependent on my physical ability and my physical fitness so that I can protect myself, so that I can go home safe to my family at the end of the night.
But severe knee pain nearly took that away. Doctors said surgery, shut down the workouts. David needed another option. That was QC Kinetics. They told him,
we're going to give you the opportunity to have not one, but two healthy knees, and we don't have to cut you open.
They used David's own healing tools in his blood to help restore his knees. Regenerative treatments right in the office.
Since I've gone to them, I run 20, 30 miles a week.
Trust the team helping active people avoid surgery. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 617-644-PAIN. 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 That's 617-644-7246.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
This is AM 850 WEEI Boston, the home of Rome, Boston College sports, and you better you bet, AM 850 WEEI.
This is Bleck and Abdallah on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdallah.
NFL free agency, the legal tampering period has begun in the NFL. We'll keep our eyes on that. And on Friday, a big trade in the NFL went down. The Raiders traded Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks in 2026 and 2027. So Max Crosby, one of the best defensive ends in all football, will be playing for the Ravens this upcoming season. And the Raiders now can jumpstart their rebuild. Obviously expected to take with the number 1 pick a quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, and now they can build the line. They can do all kinds of different things now with 2 first-round picks getting back for Max Crosby. Abdallah, when I look and see this trade take place, and I saw that Crosby is going to the Ravens, my initial reaction was that the Baltimore Ravens are now the favorite in the AFC to win the Super Bowl next season. And I stand by that. If you get the most out of Lamar Jackson, which I think the new head coaching staff with Jesse Minter, offensive coordinator Declan Doyle, I think they will get the most out of Lamar Jackson. And I think when you say Crosby to the Ravens, to me, they are the favorites in the AFC.
I agree with you to an extent. I still think that the better quarterback is on the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. And obviously, you're going to have two first-time head coaches for both of those teams, with Joe Brady taking over the Buffalo Bills. And the better defense is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, with Max Crosby, with Jesse Minter as a defensive-minded head coach. But if it comes down to it, and which team has the ball last, and we're talking about an AFC championship game, the edge is still going to go to the Buffalo Bills, and it's because of the addition that they made with DJ Moore. With trading with the Bears for a second-round pick for DJ Moore, the edge still goes to me with the Buffalo Bills. Now, they're tied in odds to win the Super Bowl. The Buffalo Bills at DraftKings and the Baltimore Ravens are both plus 950 to win the Super Bowl. But to win the conference, to win the AFC, the Ravens are plus 450. The Bills not that far behind at plus 475. So you're right. The Ravens are the favorite to win the conference, but they're equal to win the Super Bowl. It's like 1A, 1B. Like they're not far off.
Yeah, right. But it does tell me, like, usually with the new coaching staff, you see a move or you enter an off season with the idea that we're going to surprise people. Mm-hmm. And that's usually what you get with a new coaching staff bump is like, that's not the case here with Baltimore. They are reloading.
Yeah.
This is an absolute Jesse Minter is walking into this team being the best team in the conference heading into this season, which you could argue many thought that they were last season entering this season. I thought they were a Super Bowl team last year in the offseason.
Yeah.
So now when we look at the move for Max Crosby, I think that just elevates in this offseason heading into next year. And now it's all about Lamar Jackson. Does Lamar Jackson in the offseason program show up? Is he a part of it? Does he take place in what's going on? And is he buying in to what the Ravens are trying to accomplish? And so that's the question on the table for our callers and our text line at 310-840-4910. You can call and text the show at that same number. Are the Ravens the favorite in the AFC? I think they are. You can also point out Buffalo. I think there are people in the great city of Denver, Colorado, that would be screaming from the mountaintops, standing right next to Raj Sharon, producing today's show, saying that Denver is the best team in the conference. I think those in the Northeast, Patriots fans probably have a word with this as well.
Wow.
Kansas City always lurking in the background in the shadows. Can Kansas City get back into the mix? But that's the question I have for you at 310-840-4910. Are the Ravens the best team in the AFC today?
I think that you made a great point, and it all comes down to buy-in from Lamar, right? Like we saw Lamar hours before did Lamar break the Max Crosby news? Hours before
eyes emoji.
It was the eyes. It was the boom gif from Training Day with Denzel Washington, and he knew.
My man.
And he knew. And he broke the news. Like he said it without saying it. And then hours later, Max Crosby was traded to the Baltimore Ravens. But the question is going to be the buy-in from Lamar Jackson. I know Josh Allen is going to be there. I know Josh Allen, to me, right now, is the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes, but last year, you didn't show me that you were the best quarterback in the NFL. Right now, it's Josh Allen. Until Patrick Mahomes comes back fully healthy, which he might not be ready to start the regular season, if he comes back fully healthy and returns to what we're used to seeing, MVP caliber Patrick Mahomes. Right now, Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. And until he's not, I'm still giving the edge to the Buffalo Bills. But again, it's 1A, 1B. Like, there's not a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if that's your AFC championship game.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. We'll keep our eyes on NFL free agency. The legal tampering period window has opened. It opened about 27 minutes ago, and here's the latest signing coming across right now from the NFL Network. The Chiefs are signing Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. That's right. He is leaving Seattle. the star running back, will be playing for the Kansas City Chiefs next season. If you want to join the conversation, you can call us at 310-840-4910. And that's where we find Carl in Illinois, hanging out with Black and Abdallah. What's up, Carl?
What's going on? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
What's up, Carl?
What's up, dude?
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you could hear me. Just real quick, I got some breaking news. Travis Kelce was spotted at the Chiefs practice facility asking the janitor if he needs any help sweeping and mopping because it's more important. It's better than listening to the type of cupcakes that Taylor's going to be giving to her bridesmaids. He's like, hey, I'll do it for free. I'll do it for free. He's probably going to sign a 13-year extension. He's going to sign a 13-year extension, play till he's 50 for league minimum, just so he has something to do because better than being a husband. All right. Real quick, thanks, guys, for taking my call. A beautiful time with spring training and March Madness going on. I just want to say this is a great time for all you movie lovers to watch Blue Chips or Taking Care of Business with Jim Belushi or even Brewster's Millions with Richard Pryor. It's a great time to watch those movies.
Yes.
What comes to the Bears pick, I just like to – I am going to not even humble brag. I'm going to brashly brag that on day 2 of the draft, within less than 5 minutes after the Bears drafted Luther Burden, I called into a radio station and I said that the host was freaking out because they had all these receivers and they drafted Burden. And I said they're going to trade DJ Moore. And I'm even on the radio saying they're probably going to send him to Buffalo because that's what I would do. And that was within 5 minutes after that draft pick. I called it. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm going to share that with you, even if you don't really care. But it's a very, very big thing for me. I'm proud of that.
Congratulations, Carl.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue this, and I want you to write this down with the Bears' second-round picks. I will say the first second-round pick, I think, and I guarantee, I'm going to say it, they're going to take Pat Coogan, the interior lineman out of Indiana, and that's going to be their center of the future. And we'll see if they move around Jonah Jackson in the next couple of years in his salary. But I predict back Pat Coogan. Feel very, very confident about that one. So I was hoping what you guys think about that. And also, I'd also like to see, do you think that there's a way? Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, this will be the last thing then. I'll call back tomorrow. But do you think there'd be a time, do you think there'd be a chance that the Bears could have swung a trade to send DJ Moore to New England that involved Garrett Bradbury that would have worked out for the Bears' long-term future? Or do you think that getting Bradbury in a separate deal and sending DJ to the Bills for the package you got ends up being a better overall situation for their long-term future?
All right, thank you, Carl.
Very much.
Yep. There he is, Carl from Illinois.
Illinois,
calling Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports. 310-840.
There it is.
4910. You can also text the show. I only said there's more because he had 8 things he wanted to get to.
Yeah,
a lot on his docket.
That's fine. That's fine.
It turned into the Carl from Illinois show for a second.
For a second, yeah. Listen.
Which I don't mind.
Listen, Pat Coogan, 3 spins, 310 pounds, 6'5", beefy boy. And we know how that Indiana offensive line played. They played well. To answer his question.
Yeah, really? Do we need an answer?
No, I'm just going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you.
All right.
The package that the Bears got back for DJ Moore, getting a second-round pick is better.
Yeah.
You got a second-round pick for DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm with that.
You got a second-round pick for DJ. I know you had to send a 5th back, but you got a second-round pick for DJ Moore.
And I appreciate Carl taking the victory lap on a take that wasn't on this network or show. Shout out to him for getting it right. I do think a lot of people in Chicago
could have been to us, though. We don't know.
I thought a lot of people thought at the time when Luther Burden was selected that it's likely that DJ Moore in the future would be a player that was moved to create cap space because he was getting paid like a number 1 receiver, although he's not necessarily a top level number 1 receiver. He's good. He's a good player. But so yes, those are the thoughts on the Bears. The Bears have a lot of cap space now. So we'll see what they do today. It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. If you want to be like Carl, you want to call this show, you can call us at 310-840-4910. You can also text the show at the same number. And so Kenneth Walker signing with the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a big development. The MVP from the Super Bowl. He's a really productive runner of the rock, but also not very good in the pass game, not good pass blocking either, Abdallah. So he is the type of player that if Kansas City is looking to control the time of possession and run the football more this upcoming season to help out Patrick Mahomes, try and keep him healthy, Kenneth Walker will assist in that.
Yeah, there's 2 things about Kenneth Walker. One from the Super Bowl I'll never forget. when it was said, well, he can't block, he can't catch, but he sure can run. Good for Kenneth Walker. And I want to see the money. I want to see what Kenneth Walker is going to get. It was projected, obviously the tag was very high. He wants, upwards of $15 million a year. I want to see what kind of money Kenneth Walker is going to get from the Kansas City Chiefs. Because if he's getting $15 million a year, that is a lot of money for a running back. And the Chiefs aren't an organization that hands out that kind of money to running backs. And I understand that this is a year of transition for the Kansas City Chiefs. You said they're always lurking. I think that's a great way to put what the Kansas City Chiefs are doing this year. They're just going to be lurking. I don't think they're going to be I don't even know if they're going to be the class of their division this year. I can make a case that the Chargers are going to be better. I can make a case that the Broncos are going to be better. I don't think that the Chiefs are going to even win their division, let alone compete for an AFC championship this year. And honestly, I think that they might be okay with that this year. You have to reset your financial structure. They've got a lot of high draft picks this year. You can get younger. You can sign these cheaper guys, which is weird, which is how I wonder what the financials are for this Kenneth Walker deal. If the cap hits are cheaper in the second and third year so they can reset their financials for the second and third year next year, and they can sign guys in 2027 and 2028, then that's better for them. I think they're fine if they get hot and they go on a run late in the year, but also if they're just lurking, like you said, and competing, I think that they're fine with that. And I think that the Chiefs they're not taking like a year off, but they want to compete and be good. But I don't think that they're going to be upset if they don't win a Super Bowl this year.
Kansas City's in the classic situation that we've now found great teams that find themselves into the spot where they are in the prime of their Hall of Fame player at quarterback. But with that prime comes a crazy large contract attached to it. And Patrick Mahomes has won at the highest level. And now what we're seeing here in the last couple of seasons is the tinkering a team has to do to continue trying to win while having the high-priced, one of the best players in football on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
And they've won. So they've done it. So now how do you continue that? And that's the price you pay by having players. And don't like mince my words. Like, it's obvious. You keep Patrick Mahomes. That's the guy, right? But like, this is what teams have to find themselves in when they get that player and they move into the future, is that when you find that guy, you need to get creative in your ability to build around said player because you can't keep everyone. You got to trade away players. Good defensive players get traded away. You bring guys back on deals that maybe are friendly to the team. I mean, we haven't seen the numbers on Travis Kelce yet.
That was my point.
But like, this is one of those situations where Buffalo will enter this market. The win now move made over the weekend by the Ravens to go get Max Crosby, that can't last forever. Like, that window's going to be now for the Baltimore Ravens. And I think that's what's unique is you see Kansas City signing Kenneth Walker. Jordan Schultz has the numbers, 3 years, $43 million, worth up to possibly $45 million per sources, telling Jordan Schultz for Kenneth Walker and the Kansas City Chiefs. So as free agency started, I know Abdal just took he just almost fell over in his chair by that number for Kenneth Walker.
The highest paid free agent deal for a running back in NFL history, according to Tom Pelissero.
My God. A guy that we just got done talking about who does not pass block.
Is Andy Reid okay? Can someone check on Andy? Can someone check on his nuggies? Is he okay?
He's sitting in the cafeteria having lunch.
Is he okay?
Yeah. He's having chicken nuggets. He's having tots because he's a tot guy. He's not a fry guy.
Oh, my God.
And he's just loving life right now. So free agency started 37 minutes ago. The latest signings, Kevin Walker to the Chiefs. Alec Pierce re-signs with the Colts. The Patriots sign Ravens defensive lineman Draymond Jones. And the Buccaneers have re-signed Cade Otton. So tight end Cade Otton re-signs with the Buccaneers as well. We have a lot of news taking place right now around the National Football League as the official tampering period in the NFL has started up. And it's Blocking Up Dallas, sponsored by Progressive Commercial Insurance, protecting small businesses with affordable coverage options. Quote today at progressivecommercial.com. Travis Kelce is re-signing with the Kansas City Chiefs. What does that mean for the Chiefs? We'll tell you about that coming up next.
It's conference tournament week. Bubbles are busting, and tickets are getting punched. March Madness is upon us on your official home of the NCAA tournament, Westwood One Sports.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard Select oil filter for just $36.99. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there, providing hot meals, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding.
To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Like most years, the 2025 NCAA Men's Tournament delivered a Round 1 bracket buster.
Pass into Copeland, at the rim, lost the handle, and backs it out to Shoemate. He'll shoot a 3. Scored! Oh, Shoemate! It's all going right for the Cowboys. A 20-point lead, their largest of the game.
The 12-seed McNeese Cowboys picked up their first ever tournament win, holding off a late comeback by the 6-seed Clemson. Hear Westwood One's exclusive coverage of this year's NCAA tournament right here.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, brain fog, low sex drive, and it makes it tough to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is important to our overall health and well-being. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if some or all of those symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. But more than this, we can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 617-793-5000 or visit northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you.
Future therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
This is AM 850 WEEI Boston, the home of Rome, Boston College sports, and you better you bet. AM 850 WEEI.
This is Bleck and Abdallah on Westwood One Sports. Here's Chris Bleck and Adam Abdallah.
All right, we have NFL news flying at us fast and furious right now here around the league. We will get to Travis Kelce in a moment. He's returning to Kansas City. So we'll talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and Travis Kelce in just one moment. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network, is reporting that there is a trade between the Colts and the Steelers. Wide receiver Michael Pittman being traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that's the latest for a trade. Adam Schefter, ESPN, has a couple of signings. The Commanders are signing left tackle Laramie Tunsil. They've agreed on a 2-year, $60.2 million contract extension with the Commanders. So Tunsil will stay with the Commanders. Then you also have from Schefter, sources are telling ESPN that Jalen Phillips has agreed to a 4-year, $120 million deal with the Carolina Panthers. $80 million of that in guarantees. So star pass rusher, formerly of the Dolphins, traded midseason to the Eagles. Phillips now heading to Carolina for $80 million guaranteed. Like that's the thing to always keep your eye on. If you're following along with NFL free agency and you see some of these eye-popping numbers, I always remember, I was told years ago, only look at the guarantees.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Because all the numbers that are floated out by agents today and all this stuff that seems like eye-popping, the number you want to focus on is the guarantee. And Jalen Phillips getting $80 million in guarantees from the Carolina Panthers. That's a big deal.
Well, and also a lot going on with the Eagles, right? So Jalen Phillips leaves. They tried to keep him. But when the Panthers come in with $120 million, $80 million in guaranteed, like you said, it's hard to say no to that. So Jalen Phillips leaves. There's also reports over the weekend that they're getting calls for Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter missed time last year, but there are reports out of Philly that he has some work ethic issues. He's great when he's on the field, but off the field, he's got some issues. And so they might be looking to move on from Jalen Carter. Also, what have we been talking about the last week and a half? That they want to move on from A.J. Brown. So what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles this year? Is it going to be a down year, another down year for the Philadelphia Eagles? They obviously were eliminated from the playoffs this year not because of the A.J. Brown drops, but it didn't help certainly in the playoffs that he was dropping passes left and right from Jalen Hurts. So now they might be losing a few defensive pieces. Now, they are losing defensive pieces because they draft very well. They acquire players that are very good, and they demand these big contracts. And a lot of these players that they have are due very big contracts. So they have to make these decisions. But losing a good wide receiver, losing great defensive players, it could be a year where the Cowboys might win the division, where you might see, like you've been talking about, the Giants could be have a chance to compete in the division with a new coach in John Harbaugh. So I think it's a year where you could see some movement in the NFC East here because of what the Eagles are losing potentially with all these guys leaving, potential trades and teams acquiring these players.
Yeah, the Eagles are definitely a team that, last season, the way their season ended with the offense sputtering out in the playoffs and at the end of the season, it did feel like entering this offseason that Philly was a team that was ready to kind of rebound from where they were, still being a contender in the NFC. They've got a quarterback that I believe in, that I think you also, Jalen Hurts, I think you like. And so it's just like one of those situations. Howie Roseman and the Eagles are always retooling. They're never a team that's rebuilding. And so when you see these moves taking place, you see that Jalen Phillips is signing with the Carolina Panthers, it kind of felt like that was a move that was made in the season as a part of that retool. And we'll see how Philly spends the rest of their money. They don't have a ton of cap space, about $12 million right now. We'll see how that goes kind of in in the next couple of days. But a big chip to see what falls is whether or not A.J. Brown gets traded. Because, we are seeing wide receivers move. Alec Pierce re-signing with the Colts, staying there.
Mm-hmm.
We see that Michael Pittman getting traded to Pittsburgh. That's a big move taking place here today in the NFL.
A weapon for Aaron Rodgers, potentially, who Ian Rappaport said last week is expected to make his decision by the start of free agency, which is, I'm looking at my watch, in about 2 days. Like, the official start of free agency is Wednesday. All these deals are being announced now, but the official start of free agency is on Wednesday, and that's when the Steelers are expecting Aaron Rodgers to emerge. Now, he did emerge from Rodgers' knob, his hole, and his ayahuasca and his darkness retreat.
It's a hut where they do drugs.
Okay, easy.
Well, what is ayahuasca? It's not a drug?
I just didn't know that I was sitting next to Reefer Madness over here on my left, okay?
They're in a hut doing drugs, Abdullah.
Easy there. They're doing the marijuana cigarettes
They're
over
out there
there.
getting high.
They're doing the easy there. You and your lass better worry about the marijuana cigarettes.
It's not true. I say he was outside of his hut. He was on McAfee last week.
He was, and he didn't say anything about.
He was ready to go.
He was high praise for Mike McCarthy, high praise for the Steelers, but didn't say if he was going to sign with them. But Ian Rappaport did say he was expected to make a decision, and everybody assumes he's going to decide to play for the Steelers. Getting Michael Pittman obviously helps. It's another weapon for him.
All right. Do you want to play a little quarterback musical chairs with me right now? So Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports and the Westwood One Sports app. Now, we had a caller on the show about 20 minutes ago who wanted to take a victory lap. Big victory lap guy. He noticed something with the Chicago Bears. He wanted to tell us he got it right last season. He called into the show today to tell us. If we had a victory lap segment right now about the quarterback carousel going on, Raj Sharon producing today's show. Raj, did Black and Abdallah not get this right from the jump? Here's the latest news in the NFL.
Called this one. You called it.
Ian Rappaport, NFL Network, sources. The Miami Dolphins are signing Packers quarterback Malik Willis as their new quarterback. So Malik Willis heading to Miami. He will get a 3-year, $67 million contract with $45 million guaranteed. So Malik Willis will be signing with the Miami Dolphins. Abdallah and I have been on this for weeks, that's the spot that made the most sense for Malik Willis. I don't think it's going to turn out for the good. I don't think this works. I think if you got a tanking team and you are depleted of talent and you think that Malik Willis is going to be the guy to kind of take you out of that, this to me is just giving a bunch of money to a guy to be a starter to tank your franchise. And the Dolphins will be drafting a quarterback next year in the NFL draft with likely the number 1 pick. So Malik, the news is here. Malik Willis signing with the Dolphins.
And that's exactly what they're doing. And you kind of already had that guy in your building, in Tua, and you're already paying him. So why? You already got rid of all of his weapons. You depleted. You could trade Jalen Waddle. You could trade Waddle. You could get rid of all these guys, right? And deplete Tua Tagovailoa of all of his weapons. And you're going to pay him anyway because of the money, the dead cap hit that you are forced to pay and designate him as a June 1st cut. Why are you paying 2 quarterbacks now? Especially this much money for Malik Willis. All you had to do was sign a cheap backup, keep Tua, deplete. You can tank without tanking. Without good weapons, depletion of weapons, draft rookie wide receivers, do whatever you need to do, start building that way. And then when Tua leaves, cut him next year when the money makes more sense. But now you're paying 2 quarterbacks to be bad. It doesn't make it.
It's
we
hilarious.
Called it, but it doesn't make sense.
The latest news in free agency. This is the place to be if you want up to date news on NFL free agency. It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports. Diana Rossini of The Athletic. Former Ravens tight end Isaiah Likely is signing a 3-year deal worth $40 million with the New York Giants. So the Giants get a new tight end, Isaiah Likely, with the Giants. And we were just mentioning that Malik Willis will be signing with the Miami Dolphins, and we kind of called it here on the show. So we're talking about Malik Willis going to the Dolphins, sponsored by Robinhood. You expect more from yourself, expect more from your money. Get started today at robinhood.com/yourmoney. So Malik Willis going to the Miami Dolphins. You're right. We did call this out. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And I don't think that Malik Willis will have some level of like high level success. A part of what worked the last couple of seasons with Malik Willis in the Green Bay Packers as the infrastructure is there. They've got the coach. They've got an offensive system. The Packers usually have a decent offensive line. They had a bunch of weapons. So Malik Willis now in Miami, I don't see this working out for the player at all. Now he gets the cash, so good for him, but it's not going to work out.
Good for him. You get your money. Good for Kenneth Walker. You get your money. I see it working out for Kenneth Walker. Obviously, he's going to a good organization. But as far as Malik Willis, this is a move for them to tank, period.
It's Black and Abdallah here on Westwood One Sports. We will keep you up to date with NFL free agency. More coming up next.
This is Westwood One Sports.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GO to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GO to borrow up to $10,000.
Ready to watch your favorite baseball stars play in the World Baseball Classic? Get in on the action with BetMGM. Sign into your BetMGM account and enjoy a WBC odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your next bet. It's easy. Just log into the BetMGM Sportsbook app, add any WBC bet to your bet slip, and activate your odds boost token. If you win your bet with your token activated, you'll score extra winnings. 3 quick steps and you can be on your way to extra winnings if your next WBC bet hits. The world's greatest ball players are about to duke it out on a global stage. Don't miss out on the fun. Add some extra excitement to this year's tournament by signing into your BetMGM account and grabbing your WBC odds boost token today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. This promotional offer is not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
For all station contest rules on WEEI Sports Radio Network stations, go to WEEI.com and then click on Contests and Events. That's WEEI.com. Then click on Contests and Events.
Town Fair Tire has the area's largest selection of Toyo tires, sells them all at the guaranteed lowest price, offers more free services for life than anywhere else, and Town Fair has well over 100 locations throughout New England and New York. The area's largest inventory of Toyo tires at the guaranteed lowest price, more locations, and the most free services for life. So for your next set of Toyo tires, remember, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Radner, and I am so excited to tell you about How We Made Your Mother, a rewatch podcast looking back at How I Met Your Mother. And I'm here with Craig Thomas, who co-created the show along with Carter Bays. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Josh. Somehow it has been 20 years since the show premiered. I'm going to check the math on that. 10 years since it went off the air, and we thought that made this a perfect time to look back, see what the hell we did, and why the show still seems to resonate with fans around the world today.
Follow and listen to How We Made Your Mother wherever you get your podcasts.
When you've thrown over 4,000 innings like I have, you know joint pain isn't a maybe, it's a guarantee. For you, was it climbing ladders or too much heavy lifting? Hey, we're all in the same boat. But surgery, that was never my answer.
Baseball legend Roger Clemens knows there's a better way.
That's QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that help your body heal itself. No scalpels, no fake fixes, just real relief.
What I love about QC Kinetics, these are the most respected medical pros in the country that specialize in non-surgical therapies to get you moving again.
Don't mask the pain, fix it. Call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation.
I trusted QC Kinetics. You should too.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 617-644-PAIN. That's 617-644-PAIN. 617-644-PAIN.
Get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
This is AM 850 WEEI Boston, the home of Rome, Boston College sports, and you better you bet. AM 850 WEEI. On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Rob Bradford.
On yet another warm Florida afternoon, we welcome you to another edition of Grapefruit League Baseball on the radio. Today, the Boston Red Sox welcome the Philadelphia Phillies with the eyes of baseball on the World Baseball Classic. Today, Red Sox camp is focused on the third spring start for Garrett Crochet. A lot of the regulars who are not at the WBC are in there for Alex Cora, and the Phillies bring a lot of minor leaguers down I-75. Along with Rob Bradford, I'm Will Fleming. We're looking forward to spending the afternoon with you, Crochet, and the Red Sox against Bryce Wilson, the right-hander for the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll have some fun today on the radio. We'll have the lineups and the first pitch right after this on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You found the love of your life. Now it's time for the diamond. I'm Eddie.
I'm Lily. And I'm Zoe from Springer's Jewelers. And diamonds have been our family's passion for over a century.
Remember, you can't buy a better quality diamond at a lower price anywhere in New England. That's Springer's Diamond Guarantee.
Book your personal appointment online right now at springersjewelers.com.
Springer's Jewelers in tax-free Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
When life throws you a curveball, trust Catches Law, New England's hometown law firm. With over 4 decades of success and a local team that truly cares, let Catches Law fight for you. Remember, there's no fee unless you win. Visit catcheslaw.com to schedule your free consultation today.
A pressure-treated deck cracks, rots, and gives up. TimberTech Advanced PVC Decking does not. At Cape Cod Lumber, we stock TimberTech, built to handle New England weather, season after season. No splinters, no staining, no surprises. It's never too early to start thinking about deck season. Planning now means you're ready when spring hits. Get real durability, authentic color, and industry-leading warranties to back it all up. If you want a great deck, you want a TimberTech deck. Everything wood should be. Visit cclco.com today.
Every sandwich has bread, every burger has a bun, but these warm, golden, smooth steam buns, these are special, reserved for the very best. The Filet-O-Fish, and you can have them too.
It's Filet-O-Fish season. Get 2 for $6, or 2 10-piece McNuggets for $6, or mix and match. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Clouds are parting, sun is out. It is glorious in Florida. We understand that the winter is sort of broken today in New England as well. We were thrilled to welcome you to JetBlue Park, where today the Red Sox send Garrett Crochet to the mound against the Philadelphia Phillies. Always one of the juggernauts in the National League. There's extra pressure on me today after the brilliant play-by-play debut of Ken Laird yesterday. Along with Rob Bradford, thrilled to welcome you to the spring home of the Red Sox. And
listen, Rob, anytime Garrett Crochet, who just leapt over the third base line, takes them out, it's a little different feeling in this ballpark. Again, spring training, you just want to be healthy, you want to throw strikes, but all eyes on him here today.
Yeah, and much like with Ken yesterday, I will guide you through this game.
Thank God.
No, I think that anytime, you're right, especially as we get here within 2 weeks of the season, and Garrett Crochet is amping things up. And I think that this is an important start for him in the sense that he wants to see his velocity tick up. Obviously, he wants good results, but most importantly, obviously, just come out of it healthy.
Walk off the field healthy. No one will really care too much about the Phillies lineup today, Rob, but how about the guys the Red Sox are rolling out there?
Yeah, let me give you the lineup. So, well, let me give you the Phillies as well.
Quickly.
Johan Rojas, center field, Otto Kemp, left field, Rafael Marchand at catcher, Lover Peguero at third base, Brendan Marsh, right field, Justin Crawford, Carl's son, DH, Jose Rodriguez, second base, Keaton Anthony, first base, Brian Rincon, shortstop, and Bryce Wilson on the mound for the Phillies. Now, for the Red Sox, a representative lineup and an interesting one. Christian Campbell in center field, Trevor Story, shortstop, Marcelo Meyer back at second base, Caleb Durbin, third base, Carlos Narvaez, catcher, Andrew Monasterio, who's been playing very well, DHing, Nick Sogard at first, Braden Ward, spring training star, right field, and Alan Castro in left field with the aforementioned Garrett Crochet on the mound.
Carlos Narvaez's throw goes down to second. Marcelo over to Trevor Story, then to Caleb Durbin. Will complete it into the mitt of Garrett Crochet. It is yet another spectacular Florida day in the Red Sox with their ace on the mound against the Philadelphia Phillies. Johan Rojas, the center fielder, batting from the right side. Digs in. Crochet making his third spring appearance. Last time, a little shaky against the Yankees, but again, this time of year, no one cares at all. Pitch is a four-seam fastball, as always, 94 that buzzes the tower, high and tight, and that's ball one. Of course, the last first pitch he threw went out of the ballpark off the bat of George Lombard Jr. Rojas, right-handed hitter, waggles the bat as Crochet throws, and a check swing. He definitely went around, and a cut fastball, 89 miles an hour, and it's 1-1. So much of the talk in camp about Crochet has been on his changeup. He's trying to reduce the sort of spin on it, increase the drop, the 1-1. That is just outside a cut fastball. Unlike the many WBC games I'm sure you've been watching, we do have, obviously, the ABS challenge system in effect here today. 2 balls and a strike from the absolute horse of the staff. The pitch popped up, foul side of first. Nick Sogard will give it a look, but in comes Braden Ward in right field and right by the retaining wall. He's there to make the play. Nice range. It has not always looked pretty for Ward out in right. On the base paths it has. That was good range, Rob, from one of the stars of camp.
I just like seeing him run. I mean, I don't remember a faster guy that we've seen. And you're right, Will. Every time that he's running down to first base or stealing a base, it's really eye-opening what this guy is doing in spring training so far.
Here's Otto Kemp, right-handed hitting left fielder. He swings and misses a cutter. He's thrown a lot of that as Crochet. Fastball, and it's 0-1. The main thing that Garrett would like to establish is landing the four-seam fastball into right-handed hitters and sinking that two-seamer away from them. Here he misses with a sweeper, the first of those that he's thrown, and it's 1-1. It's almost unfair to think about Crochet with another weapon, but it seems like the changeup and the two-seamer could really be factors for him. The 1-1. There's a sweeper that's on the ground to third. Durbin's got it on a second room service. Hop throws to first in time, and they're 2 away.
And one of the things you see Durbin throw over there, Will, obviously he's a good third baseman, but people were wondering about his arm. Well, he got the bone chips taken care of last year, and his velocity on his throws, according to him, are definitely a tick up from what they were with Milwaukee.
Well, Rafael Marchand, the right-handed hitting catcher. Crochet winds, he throws, and a fastball on the outside corner. 94 miles an hour, so not as hard as he normally throws, but definitely getting the job done. 0-1. Sogard at first, Meyer at second, Story at short with Durbin at third. The 0-1, a little bit outside. That was that changeup. They call it a splitter on the board, but he's really working on that changeup to get away from righties. As you know, Ward is in right, Christian Campbell in center field, and Alan Castro despite what Brandon Lau might think, is out in left field in front of the monster. Here's a swing and a miss at a fastball. There's 95 miles an hour from Crochet, and it's 1-2.
That's what you want to see. It has already crept up from 94 to 95. I think by the time he exits the game, if you get a few 96s in there, he'll be happy.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Great sweeper in under the hands. Easy does it for Garrett Crochet in the top of the first. 3 up, 3 down. It'll be Campbell, Story, and Marcello after this. No score in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For 35 years, Avellino's has been Medford's kitchen. They're famous for huge portions and massive 14-inch subs, but they're also your event headquarters. Planning a corporate meeting or private party? Book their beautiful, spacious function room for up to 100 guests. Or let their catering team bring the feast to you with packages starting at just $10 a head. From boardroom to dining room, nobody feeds Boston like Avellino's does. When you want the best, you know where to go. Go Avellino.com. That's GoAvellino.com.
Coleman.
It's electric.
A whole house generator from Coleman Electric saves a family unit. Dad's in the basement watching the game. Mom's watching another movie on Lifetime about why dad sucks. Kid's in his room on the Xbox. Daughter's putting the cat in her Easy Bake Oven. Boom! Big storm. Power goes out. So everybody meets in the dining room. Yeah, light a candle and play Jenga. Family game night, all good. But when the power's still out, on night number 4, you're chucking Jenga blocks at each other, putting the kids up for adoption, and filing for divorce. Coleman Electric saves you from this misery with a whole house generator. It starts up automatically and runs on natural gas. Every outlet, circuit, and device in the entire house keeps running. It means seconds after the power goes out, everybody can keep doing what they were doing. And that's important, because the best way to keep a family together is to remain apart. Call Coleman Electric and schedule a free estimate for a whole house generator install. And stay lit 24/7. KUHLMAN. Call Coleman.
It's electric.
Hey, Rob Bradford here. Join me, Joe Kelly, and others in the Awaken 180 Baseballs and Boring Best Shape of Your Life Challenge. Let's share our goals, progress, and encourage each other to reach those goals by opening day. Get more information at BB as in Boring on all social channels.
Hey, it's Christian Campbell. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Christian Campbell will lead it off from the right side against Bryce Wilson for the gray-clad Philadelphia Phillies on a cloudy but beautiful Florida day. Pitch from Wilson to Christian is a slider that misses outside and in the dirt to Campbell. And that is ball 1. Campbell is, this time of year he's going to see so many at-bats with so many of the Red Sox regulars away in the WBC. He's very much under the microscope, Campbell. The 1-0 pitch is strike on the outside corner. He still very much has a hitchy swing, Campbell does. He has widened the stance. He's lowered the hands. The feet and toes are more straight away than they were closed a year ago. The 1-1 pitch is popped down the right field line. Back into his right goes Brandon Marsh. He's not in ZZ Top. He's the Phillies right fielder, and he makes the play for out number 1.
I think with Campbell, he's just going to be put under the microscope. It's been a mixed bag so far. He's got some balls in the air, driven some balls in the air to right center. He hit a home run the other day, obviously, against Verlander. He pulled that one, but you'd like to see a little bit more consistency from him.
Especially in the air on the pull side. Here's Trevor Story from the right side against Wilson. Pitch to Trevor, who's looked great in camp as a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Trevor 368 with a couple driven in. He's not yet hit a homer, but maybe today's the day. The flags are mostly limp, although it looks to be blowing a little bit out to left as a fastball on the corner for strike 2. Campbell is such a fascinating guy where the swing still looks so different than almost anybody else at this level of baseball. And he's trying to find his way and make mechanical adjustments. And yet there's just not enough loud thumping contact as of yet. The 0-2 to Trevor, swing and a miss. Good curveball from Bryce Wilson. And very quickly 2 down. Wilson broke in with the Atlanta Braves, then on with the Pirates, Brewers, White Sox. Signed a minor league deal with the Phillies. And here now with 2 down. And the base is empty. He'll see Marcelo Meyer.
And only one starting pitcher today has a brother who's a linebacker for the Steelers. It's not Garrett Crochet.
Definitely not Garrett Crochet. The pitch to Marcelo is a fastball at the top of the zone. I loved what Myers said. Everyone is maybe tired of all the stories being written, the chatter about whether or not he's earned a job on this roster, but it's undeniable. That's a huge story. The 0-1 is a fastball high, and it's 1-1. Andy Fletcher's got the plate today. Marvin Hudson at first base, Brian Honora at second, and John Tumpane at third. 2 down, bases empty, no score. Marcelo rips one into right field. That's a base hit. Well, that's an encouraging swing from Marcelo. Rob, it's just unavoidable. End of story. He's one of the guys that they need to find answers with as this camp enters its final phase.
I think there's a reason he's hitting third today is because they want to get him as many at-bats, as many looks as he can. And because, Will, this is the last box to check. I mean, he has to show offensively that he's going to be hitting the ground running when the season starts.
2 down, here's Caleb Durbin batting cleanup today, and he takes a fastball low from Wilson, ball 1. Durbin has looked excellent on both sides. He could be the guy we're talking about in September and October as one of the underrated moves of the offseason for Craig Breslow. 1-0 with Marcelo at first. The pitch. That looked good, but called a ball, a curveball from Wilson. It misses, and they will challenge.
Let's go.
No TV today, so we won't have the benefit of a replay on that, but I thought that looked like a strike. Durbin steps out. We will wait and see.
Yeah, this is a long challenge.
Ooh, it was a little bit high. So a ball. Correct was Andy Fletcher.
Philadelphia has 1 challenge remaining.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Will. If the umpire gets that first one.
Thank you, Doug Lane. Doug is bored already. It's the first inning, and he's playing sound effects.
Oh, this is Joe Braverman. Oh. Yeah.
Durbin takes a pitch high, and it's 3-0.
That's a trademark of Joe Braverman. The sad
I've been gone too long.
The sad trombone, and yes.
I have to say it's been invigorating to be away from you, Rob. 3-0 to Caleb Durbin. The pitch is just inside ball 4.
Let's just say that the gas receipts are piling up. Clearwater, Lakeland, Bradenton, Dunedin this week.
So back-to-back base runners for the Red Sox. They got 2 on with 2 out for Carlos Narvaez. But what you say about Marcelo is so important. Get him more at-bats. Prove it with the bat, because last year, frankly, was not good enough offensively.
No, he has to show that his wrist is healthy. He has to show that he's going to hit the ball hard. And I think that he's trending in the right direction. And I know that Alex Cora keeps saying he might not break with the opening day roster.
Narvaez takes a pitch outside.
I think it's funny, Will, because yesterday before the game, he talked about Yoshida and Meyer. And Kerosene Ken Laird was overreacting to both. I said, Ken.
1-0 to Narvaez is fouled back.
I said, Ken, I've heard this exact narrative from Alex Cora about 5 times.
Yep.
Yoshida, one of the best hitters in the world. Meyer, he has to earn his way on the opening day roster. And here's the thing. I get what Yoshida is. They still have too many outfielders. And with Meyer, I think he'll be on the opening day roster. They just want to make sure he's moving in the right direction.
Well, I think the injury to Romy guarantees that Marcelo will be on it. 1-1 to Narvaez. The pitch is line foul on the first base side. Not a play. I will say, as we got 2 down in the scoreless bottom of the first, it is insane what happens to Masataka Yoshida when he puts that Japanese jersey on. Insane.
Yeah. And also when he faces UPS drivers from
that's part of it. Hanging sliders down into his kitchen. There is that.
Our guy Al here is saying, why don't I get those cookies?
He does all the time. 1-2 to Narvaez. Misses high, and it's 2-2.
Hey, you can only hit the balls that are pitched to you, right? And good for him, and is getting his confidence up. And there is something to what Alex Cora is talking about. He's a good hitter. He's absolutely a good hitter. But still, you need to find a spot for him.
2-2 with Monasterio on deck. The pitch to Carlos. He is low and outside, close. But it was a ball, and it's 3-2, and runners will be off with this pitch.
But Meyer, I think that defensively, after the Puerto Rico game the other night, where he made some outstanding plays, if nothing else, man, run prevention, this is the guy.
3-2. High fly foul. It'll get into the seats down the right field line. Marsh gave it a look, but that's way out of play. And it stays 3-2. I think it's one of the, it's not that the writers have not talked about it a lot, but in far as what the Red Sox fan base is thinking about, I think it's pretty clear that was an enormous emphasis for Craig Breslow this offseason. Let's turn ground balls into outs. And with that as the backdrop, it seems like Marcelo's a pretty good guy to help make that happen.
He's really good. I don't care third or second.
3-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out with a curveball, and Carlos is gone. Red Sox leave 2 after an inning. No score. Sox and Phils on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Rhode Island, looking to get rid of all of that junk after the snow melts? Look no further than Miga Disposal. The team at Miga are the waste management experts based in Rhode Island, with waste and recycling options for everyone, from homeowners to businesses and contractors. They are committed to keeping our beautiful community clean and green. Visit MigaDisposal.com to schedule a dumpster rental now. For all of your waste and recycling needs, visit MigaDisposal.com. That's MigaDisposal.com.
Find your pot of gold at the 99 restaurant. Stop in this St. Patrick's Day for lucky specials like green beer, a corned beef and cabbage dinner, or a corned beef Reuben. March 16th and 17th only. You gotta love the nines.
Make March an even luckier month than it already is when you try your luck by checking to see if there's extra money waiting for you at findmassmoney.gov. It's Greg Hill, and you could have unclaimed money from a forgotten savings account or an uncashed payroll check or a refund check that never got to you. It is estimated by the state treasurer that 1 out of every 10 of us will find our name on the list at findmassmoney.gov. If you saw your name before, go and check again. The list is always being updated. Fill out the paperwork and become reunited with your lost funds.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
To the second inning we go. Garrett Crochet back on the mound. Liover Peguero, right-handed hitter, set to stand in against Garrett Crochet. No fun task for anyone. Red Sox stranded a couple on in the first, and now Crochet working from that third base side of the rubber. Lifts that black glove, kicks the leg, fires, and he misses high and away with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That misses for ball one. He has not looked as sharp in this spring training as last. Color me unconcerned. The 1-0 fouled on the first base side. You know, each guy is different, Rob. We've all seen the guys who are awful in spring training, then the lights go on and they turn it on. It strikes me that Crochet totally has it within him to be that kind of a person. The 1-1 is a soft ground ball on the right side that will scoot through into the outfield. Picked up out there by Braden Ward, and the Phillies have their first base runner.
And 95 right there. A lot of this is going to be uncharted territory, and I think that he'll admit this, is that you went through that first year as a starter, but as we know with the White Sox, that second half, they didn't go more than 4 innings at a whack. That last year, they took the governor off, and that was the first time in his life he's been able to do that. So now, he has to manage that heading into this year.
They play this left-handed hitter, Brandon Marsh, to pull a little bit as Crochet misses with a two-seam fastball down and in. I just think, Rob, it's pretty basic. Like, this is the time of year. He's working on a new split change, whatever you want to call it. He's working on the two-seamer, the four-seamer in, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, good cut fastball. He's got that pitch today, and it's 1-1. This is the time to mess with stuff. I mean, it just... There's no pressure. It does not matter. The results are totally irrelevant. Why not take her a little bit in these games? 1-1. Pitch. A little bit high with a cutter. That missed, and it's 2-1.
Well, that leads to the interesting conversation of a guy who was also pitching today, Brian Bayo.
Yep.
For the Dominican Republic, had an outstanding outing against Team Israel.
2-1. Little line looper into center field, just a fisted loop, and it's in there for a hit. Around second, headed for third is Peguero, and the Phillies have him at first and third. The throw to third not nearly in time as Durbin tried to apply the tag, and the Phillies in business here in the second.
I like Durbin's actions on that when he got the throw. It's almost like he was ready to circle the wrestling mat.
You just know. Let's just assume this is March 26th in Cincinnati. He's blowing smoke at all these hitters, is Crochet. These are little fisted bloopers that fall in for hits for the Phillies. First and third, nobody out, and here is Justin Crawford, left-handed hitter. Here's a fastball. Garrett looked like he had a little more intent behind that one. 94, fouled back, and it's 0-1.
So to go back to working on things, and you're absolutely right. This is a chance that he can still work on things. You still get another couple starts. A guy like Bayo is interesting to me.
Set, the 0-1. That hit him.
Ooh.
Wow. 94, high and tight. And so now the bases are going to be loaded. You know, it's the ultimate disclaimer, Rob. This does not matter in any way. And yet, just visually speaking, after getting so used to Crochet throwing every pitch exactly where he wanted to, it is jarring to see him off even in a spring training game.
Yeah, and especially after the first inning. The first inning, you look at it, yeah, sure, you know, you went for 94, 95, but his command was great. Retired the side, no problem. Here we go, easy for Garrett Crochet. Now you run into this, no out, space is loaded.
And I think you also ran into the bullpen might start working here soon, because remember, he went 3 innings last time against the Yankees, and in spring training, you can come out of an inning and return for the next. Strike on the inside corner. I fully expect no matter what happens in this inning, he'll get down and get back up at least one more, if not 2 or 3 more times. But I don't think he can throw a ton more pitches in this inning as a sweeper is down and in. And indeed, somebody's out there hopping around in the Red Sox bullpen. That was not close.
Yeah, you see that pitch right there? That was a non-competitive sweeper, which you almost never see from Crochet.
1-1. Pitch. Swinging a foul. That was a better sweeper, and it's 1-2. Look, Rob, it's human nature. This is for these guys like week 6 of spring training, week 3 of games. It's that dead zone between the excitement, the newness, the Florida aspect of it, and then you still got 2 weeks until the real season begins. The 1-2 is fouled on the first base side. Don't you think that's a real element of this, too? I mean, we know that Crochet is an awesome competitor, but he's a human being. It's hard for him, I think, to put too much stock into this exact start.
Well, that's one of the things, he's been talking about like that he is looking forward to having that third deck, the adrenaline of a real game.
1-2. High fly into right field. Ward spun around, and he will not get there. It bounces in front of the track. 1 run scores. They'll hold. Marsh at third as the throw kind of rolls into second base. Now, that was not well played at all by Braden out in right field. It's a hit for the Phillies, and they lead 1-0.
That should have really been an out. He just turned the wrong way. It was well hit there, but a ball that Braden Ward just probably should have had. And that's frustrating for Garrett Crochet, who's trying to get out of this jam.
Somebody's got to start throwing right now, I think, for the Red Sox. You just don't want guys throwing too many pitches in an individual inning. Here is the right-handed hitting Keaton Anthony, no relation to Roman, a cut fastball in the outside corner, 0-1. I do want to revisit what you were saying about Bayo because it's an important conversation, but for now, Crochet kind of going through the grinder. 0-1, swing and a miss, cut fastball. That's been his best pitch today, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, I was just anxious to see with Bayo, and he 4 innings, 1 run, 1 hit. Really good stuff. But my point was he was working on the changeup. This is the time to work on
the most important pitch for him. 0-2 under the feet of Crochet. Meyer flips to second. Story leaps and throws to first in time. Double play. That was niftily done. It brings a run in. Marsh scores. It's 2-0 Phillies. But 2 things there, Rob. 1, thank God that didn't hit Crochet on the way back through the box. Number 2, that's more of what we're talking about. That was so smooth from Meyer at second base.
Yeah, absolutely. And his confidence that he plays in, and it's happened ever since he stepped on the field for the first time, this is what's unique about this guy.
Of course. Here is Rincon, who drives one into shallow left field. Coming on is Alan Castro. He makes the play, and the inning is over. So Crochet is ticked off, but made some big pitches, got through it. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Phils in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Scott McFarlane of McFarlane Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarlane Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlaneEnergy.com.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Star of Rob Bradford's IG feed today. Andrew Monasterio leads it off as we go to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Phillies. The pitch is a little bit outside. Monasterio has been awesome in camp. I think he's got a very real chance to make the team, don't you, Rob?
Oh, absolutely. I think he's the Romy Gonzalez replacement.
1 ball, no strikes. Pitch high, pop up into shallow left center field. Coming on is the Phillies center fielder Johan Rojas, and he's there casually to make the play. 1 down.
I just look at Monasterio, and he's done everything well. Really good fielder. And I mean, and really at first base, a spot where they're looking at get some backup help there. Isaiah kind of Falefa just learning that spot. Great runner. Has got a fair amount of hits. He's just been impressive.
Here's Nick Sogard, left-handed hitter, against this righty Wilson. He takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Romy is going to go see the surgeon who performed the operation on his right shoulder to see whether he needs one on the left. And the Red Sox will be holding their breath on that one. 1-0 to Sogard is a strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, I don't think Romy was too optimistic that he's going to be able to avoid surgery. But as he says, you know, it's the beginning of the season. It's not a season-ending thing.
1-1. Sogard takes one a little bit high. It can be one of these minor kind of arthroscopic procedures that you heal pretty quickly from.
Yeah, certainly having him gone through something like that before, he knows what to expect.
2-1 is a line to first, and it's caught over there by Keaton Anthony. I mean, on the hands for Sogard, and they're 2 down.
It's interesting. Speaking of surgeries and coming back, talked to Tanner Houck today, and he continues to come back and progress. And you know, these guys don't like timetables, but he is so locked in on coming back this year and pitching in some capacity. He said, if I have to pitch out of the bullpen, so be it. But I think that I can help this team this year.
Well, I think going forward, that may well be his best role. Here is Braden Ward, who takes a sinker on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Cutter Crawford, very likely to be sort of a long man in the Red Sox bullpen, a hugely important piece for them. The 0-1 is a line drive up the middle under the glove of the diving shortstop Rincon and into the outfield for a base hit. You know, Ward is going to take off here. You can book it. He's going to run. It's 100%. He's such a fascinating player, Rob, because we saw him in the second inning there. He totally bungled that ball in right field. Abreu makes that play with his eyes closed, but he has these tools that can really impact the game.
And really, you're right. And this is why Alex Cora keeps referencing later in the year, this is the type of guy who can really help you.
He's got a big lead. He's dug in over it. First, Alan Castro. He runs. The pitch is dropped by the catcher. That's the pressure of speed. And it's another spring steal for Braden Ward.
Yeah, and don't shelf that stolen base call quite yet, because usually he steals second, and at least 50% of the time he's going to try to steal third.
And why not? 2 down, 2-0 Phillies. In the bottom of the second, he's dancing around at second. He's in Wilson's head. The pitch is a check swing and a cutter down and in. It's 1-0.
And the fact that he got on, and it wasn't a bunt, which he had been bunting, I think 75% of the time leading into this game. He had a sharp single. That's another feather in his cap. Man, he's fun to watch.
2-0 outside. We've gotten to know real speed the last few years. First, it was Duran. And then David Hamilton was on this next level of every time he ran, it felt like he was going to get there. I think this kid Ward is even faster and more likely to steal.
I do too. I mean,
3-0 to Castro is ball 4, down and in.
I haven't seen a player who has stolen so many bases and not come close to being thrown out. And I know he was thrown out once, but it was because he fell off the bag. But these aren't close.
Oh no, it's not close.
No, and that was the conversation we've been having with people. Who's the fastest guy? And Hamilton comes up. I think he's faster than Hamilton.
I do. Just watching him. All right, there's Campbell. Big chance for him. He flied out to right his first time. 2 out, 2 on. Christian takes a strike on the outside corner. Shaw's and Star Market has your pasta meal deal. Just $5 with the 4U digital coupon. Premio Italian meatballs, signature select pasta sauce, and fresh Italian bread. See store or the app for details. Campbell a little late again on a curveball. He fouls it off. The runners were off there. Double steal with 2 outs, and Campbell behind 0-2.
And I think that's the case of Castro just seeing that Ward's going. And it's so frustrating. We've had this happen the last couple of days where Ward's on. Has third stolen easily. You have a foul ball or hit by pitch or something. I want to see the guy run.
0-2 to Campbell. Pitch is strike 3 called. He just watched that one go by. That should be his pitch. He's gone, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave the speedy Ward and Castro aboard. After 2-0 Phillies on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We are pleased to announce that Charter Care Health Partners is now Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. This signals a new day for 2 hospitals that Rhode Island has relied on for decades. Roger Williams Medical Center and Our Lady of Fatima Hospital have returned to local board control and management under a new nonprofit organization, Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We offer world-class cancer care, 24-hour emergency care, advanced surgery for urology, digestive diseases, and orthopedics, as well as comprehensive behavioral health and rehabilitation care. Our experienced doctors, nurses, and support staff deliver the highest quality care safely, with exceptional compassion and the advantage of community-based care in convenient neighborhood locations and free parking. That's the new Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We care for you.
This year, make your smile count. At MOU Dentistry, Dr. Wu and her team are transforming smiles using the latest advanced dental technology. And to start the year right, for a limited time, patients receiving implant or full mouth restoration services can receive up to $2,000 off treatment. That's a lot of moolah. Appointments are limited. Call MOU Dentistry today at 978-686-2223. That's 978-686-2223 and book your consultation. MOU Dentistry, transforming smiles into lifetime memories.
Hi, this is Garrett Crochet. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Oh, well, as we head to the top of the third, don't miss opening day at iconic Fenway Park. The Red Sox are back in Boston on Friday, April 3rd. Secure your spot now, redsox.com/tickets.
And I don't think it'll sync up with Crochet on the mound that day. Have to do the math. I think he'll start at the back end of that home series. He will be on the diamond, on the mound, for the actual season opener in Cincinnati. He's facing Johan Rojas. He blew one by him from the right side. And here's a line drive into left field. Castro over to his left. He's there to make the play. That was that change split from Crochet. It hung up a little bit, but Castro on the spot. That was his 30th pitch thrown. And a loud first out to bring up Otto Kemp.
But we go back to working on things, and I mentioned Brian Bale had a good outing today, and the first time he pitched for the Dominican Republic, he threw almost no changes. I think he threw 2 changes of a pitch he had really been working on here in Fort Myers.
Pitch to Kemp is a strike on the outside corner, 2-seam fastball.
And so this time around, he threw 9, which is a little bit more. But, Will, that's the thing I worried about with Bayo, is that you want to work on this pitch, but you're not working on the WBC.
0-1, swing and a miss. It's such an interesting thing. So much of what we focus on with these guys going to the WBC is injury risk. Don't ramp up when you're not ready because you're pitching for your country. You need to throw harder than you have been. That's another interesting layer to this thing. Spring should be fine-tuning and working on things because the changeup is essential for Bayo. The 0-2 is skied into shallow right field. Ward started, stopped, and then gallops in again. He's there to make the play, 2 down.
Nobody's fine-tuning for the Dominican Republic. I guarantee you that. I mean, it is diving to the deep end of the pool right away.
Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a grand slam in the game today, one of the most epic bat flips you'll ever see. The atmospheres in these ballparks have just been incredible. The concourse in Miami for Venezuela and the Netherlands was like Mardi Gras on steroids as a high fly ball off the bat of Marchand into left field is fielded cleanly by Castro. That's a beautiful, very quick, I think, 6-pitch inning for Crochet in the top of the third. That'll keep him around at least for one more. We go to the bottom half for the Red Sox. It'll be Story, Marcelo, and Caleb Durbin. 2-0 Phils on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Question: what business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious local businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. With each package delivered, your business gets paid. Get started at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
At Planet Fitness, we're getting strong for the season's biggest games. With the PF Black Card, you can rebound and recover with next-level recovery amenities at 2,800-plus locations. Join now and get your first month free. $1 down, $24.99 a month, no commitment. Deal ends Friday, March 13th.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story, Marcelo Meyer, and Caleb Durbin in the bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Phillies. Story struck out swinging his first time. It's been a brilliant camp for him. He takes a deep breath, dips the right foot into the back of that box, looks out to Wilson, who throws. And the new dad of 3 tries to check his swing, fouls it off the end of the bat, and it's 0-1.
Other than one throw I can remember, it's been encouraging for Story to get back on track in regards to his defense.
I really think the last month of the season unfairly tilted the defensive numbers against him. The 0-1 is outside. And I also think, Rob, it's sort of evidence as to why, even though Trevor insists he wants to play every day, I think it'd be wise to give him some at-bats as the DH, get him off his feet, stop throwing every day. Ground ball hard on the left side into the outfield. That's a base hit. TS10 keeps doing it, and he's got a leadoff hit in the third.
No, I think it's a good point, and I think it's also a reason they prioritize Izzy Kiner for Leffa, because this is a guy who can play shortstop, and Shoney can play shortstop, and they know whether it's just giving Trevor Story a rest or if something happens to him, you're going to need a legitimate shortstop there instead of sticking a second baseman who's going to try to play shortstop.
Could you just almost call him Izzy Falafel?
Once I get past Izzy, it doesn't matter.
Oh, they throw behind Story at first after Meyer took a cutter down and in, but Trevor dives back in head first.
I got a feeling that now the combination of Izzy Falafel might have been unique, but I got a feeling that the falafel probably wasn't unique to some broadcasters.
1-0. Marcelo waggles that bat up and down on his back left shoulder. The pitch to him is downstairs, ball 2. WBC has been so fun. The craziest thing I've ever seen yesterday is Korea advance. These weird rules, I'm sort of torn on it as to the way that they decide the tiebreakers, whether run differential and all these things. The 2-0 as Story runs, the throw is not in time. Foot first slide. Trevor's in there. That's encouraging as he gets a little bit later in spring training to take off. He's got a steal. The pitch was a ball, but did the Phillies challenge? No, they just want a new baseball. It's 3-0 to Marcelo.
It's interesting you see Trevor Story steal because, why Braden Ward is chasing the all-time record for spring training steals. Typically, the regulars don't steal a whole lot in spring training.
No, they don't. Why would you? The 3-0 is outside ball 4, so Meyer is aboard. And now 2 on with nobody out for Caleb Durbin. But yesterday we had this bizarre situation where Australia gets a big hit from Travis Bazzana to get them right ahead in the run differential, and then it's 7-2, but 1 run against them, even though they're going to lose the game, might knock them out of qualifying. Korea qualifies. I mean, it's a little mangled in my mind, Rob. I mean, just win the games as far as I can tell as Caleb Durbin digs in. He grounds one softly on the shortstop side. Could be 2. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first in time. Double play nicely turned by Rincon Rodriguez and Keaton Anthony. But you knew that, and they're 2 down with Trevor over at third.
I think all roads lead to Miami. I mean, you're right. We're trying to figure out all these tiebreakers and mercy rules and everything else. But when we get to, I believe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, my goodness, that's going to be electric.
No doubt. Here's Carlos Narvaez who takes a pitch inside. Look, it's really cool for teams like Australia, Korea. You saw the tiers for Chinese Taipei. I mean, these I don't want to call them lesser, but in a baseball sense countries, it means so much to them to play, to compete, to advance to the next round as the 1-0 is a strike. That was borderline. I think Carlos thought about challenging there. He does not. And it's 1-1. But I'm with you, Rob. I mean, look, it's going to be the U.S., the Dominican, Venezuela. The juggernauts are going to be there. 1-1, the pitch. Strike. Tarek Skubal has become like the greatest media maven drama king of all time, where he's like, it's like LeBron James decision time. He says this afternoon he'll announce whether or not he will stay with the team and pitch in the championship game if the USA advances.
I think the takeaway from that, Will, was just the fact that he's actually entertained changing his mind, because once you're there, it's different.
1-2, lined into right field. That's a base hit. Good swing for Carlos, and Trevor touches the plate, and the Red Sox are on the board. It's 2-1. Well, can't you see it on all their faces? I mean, it's amazing what essentially are exhibition games. These guys are going absolutely crazy with every single big play.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you saw what Kike Hernandez said the other day, that
I did not.
It was better than the World Series.
Come on. Yeah. Maybe the crowd is, but that is a ludicrous statement. Ludicrous. Here's Andrew Monasterio, who takes a cutter on the outside corner. Oh, come on. I mean, that don't you think that's insane? It's not better than the World Series. Now, he's lived both, and he's entitled to his opinion, of course. Here's a little broken bat looper into left field. That's a base hit. And now you got first and second with 2 down. Now, I understand what he's saying, right? Like, the crowd is more into it. It feels like, like the Caribbean series in a lot of ways with these jam-packed ballparks. So I understand what he's saying, that maybe it's more fun in just sort of a natural sense. But anybody who would say, and I know he didn't say this, but anybody who would say it's more important, say, to win a WBC than a World Series, that to me is lunacy.
You may use my line without paying me $5. It's his prerogative to be wrong.
Again, he's in the dugout. I'm sure it's insane to be in there.
Well, I think it goes back to Edwin Diaz last year when he got hurt. He said, I have no regrets of getting hurt at this exhibition tournament.
Also crazy. Here's Nick Sogard. He takes a pitch outside for ball one. He did it celebrating, too.
Would you agree with the Ohtani Trout at bat last year?
1-0 to Sogard. He is outside.
That it was one of the most iconic moments in baseball history?
Not even close.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on,
now
Rob.
That's what I'm going to say. It's your prerogative to be wrong.
Come on. Iconic moments in baseball.
It's one of the most iconic moments in baseball history.
No, it wasn't. 2-0 to Nick Sogard. 2 down, 2-1 Phils. The pitch is a high drive into left center field. Will it get enough of the wind? It's back toward the wall. It is high, it is deep, and it is gone! Nick Sogard, just to the right of that yellow line, launches a 3-run homer. That's an iconic Grapefruit League moment, and the Red Sox lead it 4-2.
I think if we could do a stat cast on the most wind-aided home run we've seen in a long time, that's no disrespect to Nick Sogard. It was hit right on the money, but Will, like you saw it. It was almost being held in the air by the wind. It was perfectly placed in that jet stream.
Yeah, off the bat, you thought, will it even get to the base of the wall? And it just kept on riding. So Sogi goes deep, and the Red Sox jump ahead. Here's Braden Ward. Let's get him on base, see if he can run again. High. It was a really cool moment. Ohtani striking out Mike Trout. But is it an iconic moment? No, it's not.
Of course it is. I mean, if you said if Babe Ruth was struck out Ty Cobb.
1-0 is swung on and missed.
A terrible example. But
yeah, try again.
Babe Ruth struck out Ty Cobb, is all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
If Babe Ruth struck out Mike Trout in an exhibition game, it would be an iconic moment. You have to finish a championship game.
1-1. Foul back. It was a great moment for baseball. It was a great moment for the WBC. It's not an iconic moment in the history of the sport.
You might crap on the WBC and say it's not as important. Not. Okay, you might say it's not as important as a lot of these people are saying it's important. That's fine. But for these players, for this moment, for what is so important, we know how important it is for it to end on that with the two best players on the planet facing each other. It's an iconic moment.
Incredible. 1-2 is skied into shallow left field. Ward will not have a chance to run here. It is handled out in left field by Otto Kemp. And the inning is over. However, Nick Sogard rides the wind out. That's a 3-run jack to put the Red Sox ahead 4-2 after 4 in the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Raise the rudder. Raise the sails. Raise the sails.
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an Enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. Start converting your B2B audience today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started today at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, it's Courtney. Did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning FiOS Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of FiOS and 5G home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers and download speeds over 50 Mbps. June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. FiOS $20 monthly plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for FiOS. Additional terms apply.
Oh boy, it's the spring sale at Reed's Ferry Sheds. 10% off every Reed's Ferry Shed this week. Delivery and installation included, but you want to order now for an early spring delivery date because 10% off ends April 12th. So pop into Reed's, open today till 5. See 16 acres of sheds on display or order online at reedsferry.com. For sale details, make the call.
Call 888-85-SHEDS.
A Reed's Ferry Shed, 10% off. You got a good one.
We are pleased to announce that Charter Care Health Partners is now Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. This signals a new day for 2 hospitals that Rhode Island has relied on for decades. Roger Williams Medical Center and Our Lady of Fatima Hospital have returned to local board control and management under a new nonprofit organization, Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We offer world-class cancer care, 24-hour emergency care, advanced surgery for urology, digestive diseases, and orthopedics, as well as comprehensive behavioral health and rehabilitation care. Our experienced doctors, nurses, and support staff deliver the highest quality care safely, with exceptional compassion and the advantage of community-based care in convenient neighborhood locations and free parking. That's the new Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We care for you.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Along with the icon Rob Bradford, I'm Will Fleming as we come back for the top of the fourth inning. The Red Sox with Garrett Crochet on the mound. See a pitch to Peguero, fastball 95 miles an hour on the outside corner, and that's 0-1. 4-2 Sox.
So because Doug Lane's ears aren't working
Let's
today.
not do that. The 0-1 pitch is down and in. Breaking ball, 1-1.
And that's all. It's okay. You were pitching a perfect game this spring until you thought he said that was the most iconic moment of all time, Trout and Ohtani. But it does lead to what is maybe the most iconic moment in baseball history.
We're still in the fourth inning with Crochet. Save it for the seventh inning when the minor leaguers are on the field. A pitch misses outside, and it's 1-1.
I'm setting the stage.
That's a tease.
It's a big market, 3-inning tease.
You got 4 innings to think about it. 2-1 after Crochet missed outside.
By the way, Alex Cora said he expected 4 out of Crochet with maybe the chance to get a few pitches in the fifth.
Well, that quick inning in the third inning might make that more likely as a cutter misses outside. 3-1. He does not look that happy with himself today. Crochet, just the body language. And now Peguero will step out.
Well,
I've loved everything about the WBC. I mean, and to your point, these early round games, 3-1, is a pop into shallow right field. Marcelo back in comes Campbell, and Marcelo takes charge in the wind and makes the play. And there's one down. But you're exactly right, Rob, where these early games are more defined by the suspense of whether or not the lesser baseball nations can pull off big upsets and who qualifies. Because we know that the big boys are going to get into the quarterfinal round.
Yeah, you're kind of rooting for the Australias of the world. There's some great stories, some great moments, some great reactions. Just somebody to sneak in the back door to the Final Four.
Brendan Marsh takes inside. But I would just say this. Like it's sort of like Olympic hockey, which was thrilling and fun. But, of course, the United States and Canada, with maybe a couple fringe contenders, are going to be in the finals. They have the best nations for that sport. As Crochet takes a deep breath, waggles his glove a little bit, flutters it rather. The 1-0 pitch is a soft ground ball on the right side. Marcelo, man, is he smooth defensively. He's got it. He throws to first. And they're 2 down. I just find myself, is it entertaining? It absolutely is. But, I mean, you watch these games, whether it's the Dominican with Vladdy and Tatis and all these great players that they've got up and down their lineup, and then you watch the U.S. and it's, here's Schwarber, then Gunnar Henderson, then Aaron Judge, then Roman Anthony, who's been great, then Cal Raleigh. 2 down from Crochet to Crawford. A ground ball on the left side. It's backhanded very nicely by Durbin. He picks and throws to first. Hit time. Nicely done. There's some arm strength from Durbin. Nicely done. And the inning is over. So now we'll wait and see whether or not Crochet will get a chance to sit down and come back for the fifth. He is sauntering to the dugout. We'll let you know whether he gets a big hug from Alex Cora when we return. It is 4-2 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
At Verbo, we understand that even the best of plans sometimes need a little support. So we plan for the plot twists. Every booking is automatically backed by our Verbo Care Guarantee, giving you confidence from the very start. Whenever you need help, it's ready. Before your stay, through the moments in between, and after your trip. Because a great trip starts with peace of mind. And maybe a good playlist. But we've got the peace of mind part covered.
Hi, it's Eric and Renee Peabody with Window World of Boston.
When it comes to new windows, most homeowners don't have all the facts. When you work with Window World, your curb appeal goes up. Windows beautify your home, and we offer a wide selection, including custom wood.
We also never use high-pressure sales or gimmicks. Our customer volume lets us deliver everyday low pricing from as little as $99 per month for a house full of windows installed.
New windows also improve the value of your home, and with built-in energy savings, they help pay for themselves. Your energy bills could go down by as much as thousands.
Plus, all our windows are Energy Star rated, but we encourage you, shop around. We're simply the best for less.
We've also got award-winning customer service, and we've earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. So while $99 a month for a house full of windows installed is impressive, we're even prouder of our 5-star reviews. It's time to love where you live. Locally owned.
Nationally known. Visit us at windowworldofboston.com.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to JetBlue Park. Red Sox leading 4-2 heading into the bottom of the fourth. Well, score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Red Sox, the official source for your Boston Red Sox gear.
I need to get on the MLBshop.com because my son is heartbroken. He bought an Alex Bregman City Connect jersey last year.
Oh, doctor.
Time to upgrade. Number 19 maybe this year. Here is Alan Castro. Zach Pop is the new Phillies pitcher. He pops the mitt with a fastball, sinker 95 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Now, the parent has to sign off on that purchase.
I mean, it's not like he's got his own Amex. The 1-1 pitch is a little broken bat blooper off the second base bag. Incredible into right field. That's a base hit. That is shades, speaking of the WBC, of the ball that Bogey hit the other day.
Yeah.
Off the third base bag to keep that rally going to set the stage for the Albies home run.
That's an automatic win of the game in Essex, Massachusetts. I mean, that is a well-placed ball.
So now Castro's aboard for Christian Campbell. Seems an absolute certainty that Campbell will spend a lot of this year at AAA for no other reason to just get this swing feeling more natural. I know the eye test is not everything as this right-handed hitter digs in and he swings and fouls it off. But Rob, it looks so much like it did in May. I know the hand position is different, the alignment is different, but it just looks herky-jerky and not timed up.
I don't think there's any question last year he got put in the washing machine in terms of once he had started struggling in May and then it carried back into Worcester.
0-1. That's taken outside sinker.
And I think looking back at it, Will, I think for a lot of us, we look and say, man, he's doing a lot of things, and he's trying to figure this stuff out. Now the good thing is he's playing center field, and he's working on his stance. Those two things.
Yeah, take the defensive stress out of it. 1-1, the pitch. Swing and a foul. That's a pitch 2 years ago, and I know it's AAA, but it ain't like Zach Pop is Mariano Rivera. When he was at Worcester, vaulting to the top of prospect leaderboards, he hit that ball 400 feet. That's a center-cut fastball, and he fouls it off, 1-2. Trevor Story's out on deck with Alan Castro leading at first. 4-2 Sox in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch down and away. He's got magic hands. There's lightning in his bat, and they're just trying to find a way for him to put his body in the best spot to unleash that. Two balls, two strikes. Pitch, swing and a miss. Slider. He's gone, and there's one away. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We are your home for Boston College football, basketball, baseball, and hockey. WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Will Fleming, Rob Bradford. Fort Myers, Florida, 4-2. Red Sox lead the Phillies 4-2. Pitch to Trevor. Pop foul on the first base side. Trevor, singled into left field, stole a bag and scored back in the third. And he bats here with one down in this bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, I think that Crochet is going to be coming back out here, right, for the fifth?
I do, too. No hug, no action in the bullpen. That'll be good. Ups and downs, they call him. The 0-1 is a strike on the outside corner to Store. He seemed uncertain there, but at this point, no challenge. It's 0-2. I wonder, Rob, whether there's been some subtle conversation, because Alex said they'd wait until the last week of camp. Maybe they've had a little chat of let's start to introduce a little bit of the strategy of when and how to challenge, because I think there have been some today, like Narvaez and Trevor, where in the first week they would have absolutely tapped the helmet. They've not done so today.
Yesterday was the same way, Will. I mean, the fact we thought early and often like they had been, but it wasn't.
0-2, swing and a miss. He blew him away. The 95-mile-an-hour cutter. That was a great pitch. Trevor's gone, 2 down, and that'll bring up Marcelo.
Yeah, we were for a run there. We were getting a ton of challenges, and I mean, we had a few games where there was challenges in the first batter of the game.
Sometimes twice in the same at bat.
And I'm still fascinated about how it's going to affect the umpires. We've had a couple games early in the first inning where the umpires got 3 straight wrong. How does that impact their confidence level?
You have to get rattled by it. Here's Marcelo, singled his last time. Here he skies one on the infield just to the third base side, foul territory, and the catcher, Marchand, is there to make the play, and the inning is over. Zach Pop looked really good. Sox are gone. Crochet is going to come back to the mound for the top of the 5th. 4-2 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day celebrations, corned beef is on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Right now, pick up Signature Select corned beef point cut for just $1.99 a pound when you use a digital coupon. Limit 2 while supplies last. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time, order free curbside pickup, or get delivery. We're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Celebrate with corned beef. Shaw's and Star Market, proud to be local since 1860.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Hey, it's Garrett Crochet from the Boston Red Sox. You're listening to WEEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Look at Garrett Crochet pumping the Odyssey app. He's back on the mound and he sees Rodriguez, right-handed hitter Jose Rodriguez, and a cut fastball in the outside corner for strike one.
It was weird. He ran up to it and said, I really love the Odyssey app.
Especially baseball isn't boring. The 0-1 is a sweeper swung on and missed, and it's 0-2.
Well, maybe one of my finest journalistic endeavors this spring has been to find out the evolution of his shaved head.
Mm-hmm.
Which was, he didn't shave his head till the day after his wedding, which I find fascinating.
This is like the Gorkys Hernandez edition. The 0-2 is a hard ground ball inside the third base bag. Backhanded by Durbin. Nicely done. Throws to first. He's looking good over there. And there's one away.
Let me tell you about Gorkys Hernandez.
Named after a Russian author.
Yes. But in all seriousness, Durbin, I think one of the biggest takeaways today, besides, Crochet, obviously, but Durbin has had an opportunity to show off his arm at third, this is going to be the topic of conversation. And they said by Friday they will determine where these guys are going to play.
I like it. Here's a fastball high from Crochet to Anthony. Keaton Anthony. It's ball one. Don't you think this looks really good, this combo?
Yeah, I think that, once again, reading the tea leaves, this was the alignment they were going to lock in on.
1-0, swing and a miss. There's some talk about, if eventually Marcelo is the shortstop of the future, keep him on the left side of the infield, not change the throwing motion.
I don't think it matters with him.
He's so good wherever he plays defensively. 1-1 is low. I do think this, Rob, they're going to pick one and stick with it because they want stability on the infield, particularly that double play combo.
And what would make it even better for the Red Sox, if they do lock in on Marcelo playing second, is him hitting lefties as well.
Yep, 2-1 is swung on and missed. Cut fastball. Look, I think had Romy not been hurt, it was lock stock that Durbin was going to be at third, and that was going to be the platoon at second base, Romy and Marcelo. Of course, Romy, by the end of last year, was one of their better hitters against righties, too.
And how can you argue that? I mean, it's not like you're just giving Romy playing time. The guy hit the ball hard almost every time.
Crochet fires a sweeper that swung on and missed. That is a big punch out for Crochet. He's now thrown 49 pitches, so a really efficient now 4 2/3 innings. He's really locked in.
I wonder if this will be his last batter, but if it is his last batter and he gets the out, I think if he comes away no matter what, even with that second inning, man, to get through 5, that's a good outing for him.
Here's Brian Rincon, switch hitter batting right as he takes cutter for strike on the outside corner, 0-1. It is a reminder that you do hope that if Romy needs surgery, it is a quick recovery because he was such an important part of this club. A year ago, the 0-1 is low, but we've seen this so many times before. Remember, Tyler O'Neill gets hurt in left field. You think the world is ending, the sky is falling, and here comes Jarren Duran to take off. So maybe, just maybe, more opportunity for Marcelo can help him take off. 1-1. Looper into center field. That's a base hit. All eyes on Alex Cora right now, as Rincon has got a base hit. It looks like Garrett's going to stay in. It's only 52 pitches.
Yeah, I think that when you look at the roster shaking out and the lineup shaking out, to me it makes a lot of sense of what we have right now, with the exception, obviously, of Wilson Contreras at first base, Marcelo at second, Story at short, Durbin at third. The outfield thing is, you can talk about Yoshida being really good. It's still awkward, man.
Here's Johan Rojas. Well, it is a reminder of what we said at the end of last season. They got a lot of left-handed hitting outfielders and a lot of people, including Yoshida, who sort of benefit from at-bats as the DH. It's just not a lot of flexibility. 2 down, Crochet nearing the end. A squared bunt attempt from Rojas. He takes the bat back, and Carlos wants to challenge here. Red Sox will challenge that call of a ball.
I think he's going to be elite when it comes to challenges this year.
Me too.
This is going to be my evidence right here.
And there it is.
Boom.
Right on the outside corner.
Pitches a strike.
I would think, Rob, that is, thank you, Joe, that is a combo of two things. Number one, his sense of the strike zone, but also he knows that Crochet is nearing the end, so that was a perfect time to challenge. Keep him in the game. Let him get through this hitter. Big count leverage, now 0-1.
You're talking about challenges. Isaiah kind of Fluffer said this, that I said to him, I thought he would be good at challenges as well. Former catcher. He's like, I'm not challenging until the guys leave for the WBC because that's not my role.
0-1. Pitch way outside. Well, it's not, I don't think, offensive to say that you want your sluggers to challenge. You want to do it late in games in high leverage counts. So, I mean, IKF could challenge late, say bases loaded, 1-0 count. He thinks it's a ball or a strike. In the dirt, throw to first, and Sogard dropped it.
He doesn't like IKF.
I know he prefers Izzy. Not at all. He just hates IKF.
Power rank is Izzy Isaiah.
Okay. Well, I heard you drop a little Jerry Remy just now, which I appreciated. Kind of Faleffer. 1-1 pitch. He is a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Kind of Faleffer.
Faleffer? I mean, it's endearing to the people back home, isn't it?
Izzy is an Isaiah. All right.
Is Izzy, yes. I think is. I mean, if you have the go-ahead to call is.
1-2, fouled off.
Someone is. Don't you take advantage of this?
Is. I'm going to have him out in left field tomorrow after the ball game. We got a great ceremony with an event with Lee County Health. It'll be Izzy, Caleb Durbin, and Nick Sogard.
That's a good group right there.
Good talkers.
Good group.
1-2. 4-2 Red Sox in the fifth. Runner goes, pitch, swing, and a little blooper to shallow center field. Coming on, Campbell, he cannot get it. That's unlucky for Crochet. That might be the last pitch he throws. The throw comes into the infield. They're certainly talking it over in the dugout. I mean, that is a wind-blown bloop hit into center, and indeed, here comes Alex Cora. I think he was unlucky today, Crochet, in these conditions. And overall, I think a very solid outing from the big left-hander.
As you probably were, you're looking for Cora, then you don't really see him. He's sort of buried in the dugout, then boom, he explodes down the dugout.
What?
yeah.
He's on the mound. Crochet is off of it. Saunters off. He does not look that pleased with himself, but it's that time of year in spring training. 4-2 Red Sox, 2 on, 2 out for the Phillies. Back for more after this on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's Courtney. Did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers and download speeds over 50 Mbps. June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 monthly plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms apply.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner of Catcher's Law Group. Every Sunday, the Patriots fight for New England on the field. And every day, Catcher's Law fights for New Englanders off the field. For over 40 years, we've been more than attorneys. We've been neighbors, parents, fans, and friends. We've fought for hardworking families, injured workers, and people who simply need someone in their corner. That's why the Patriots named us their official law firm. Because when it comes to standing up for our community, Catcher's Law shows up every day.
Zach Kelce is on to try to get out of a little spring training jam. Crochet is done after 4 2/3 innings. Philly's got 5 hits, 2 runs off of Mr. Crochet, who did not throw many of those split change-ups here today. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs with a couple strikeouts. He did not walk any. I think the fastball, Rob, topped out at 95 miles an hour. All in all, for this time of spring training, I think Garrett will take that and healthily walk off the mound. Here's Kelly with 1st and 3rd and 2 down. At the belt, Zach throws, and that misses. And nothing Alex Cora does is accidental, and nor is this, Rob. I mean, this is that time where you start to introduce these relievers to sort of the, half adrenaline of trying to get out of a big jam. 1-0, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
It's sort of refreshing, and this is no disrespect to the low-level minor leaguers they've been bringing in the middle of these innings, but it's one of the reasons why these games have been going so long. It's not really ready for prime time. And Phillies challenge, Will.
Slider that was close but called a ball now. So they get that one right. As always, strike throwing is the thing for Zach Kelce. His natural stuff is awesome. If he can get ahead in counts and pound the zone, he can be an elite reliever. 2-0. 4-2 Red Sox in the 5th. Runner goes from first. The pitch is a strike. Narvaez throws through. Not nearly in time. It's a Little League double steal, and the Phillies get a cheapie as coming home from 3rd is Anthony, and it's 4-3. I'm not so sure about that decision to throw through.
Yeah, I don't know if Narvaez just forgot there was a runner at 3rd. I don't know. I mean, but that was not advised because he didn't have a good chance of getting the runner, certainly.
2 balls and a strike. Kelly now looks to second. The pitch. High pop foul. Straight out of play. And it is 2-2. I don't know about you, Rob. You've heard some rumblings that people are thinking about the radar gun with Crochet week 3 of camp. Don't you expect that the Great American Ballpark, or whatever it's called now, the opener of the season, we'll see 97, 98?
Yeah, I do.
Swing and a miss and a sweeper from Kelly. Excellent pitch, and the inning is over. A little double steal gets a 3rd run, and after 4.5 at JetBlue. 4-3 Red Sox. More on Crochet when we return on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hi, my name's Connor Boyle, a pro-level powerlifter with multiple world records, and none of that would be possible without Dr. Frankie and Boston Prolotherapy. When I initially saw orthopedic doctors, had x-rays, and MRIs, they were convinced that it was arthritis, torn labrum, torn rotator cuff, and they were completely content to offer and schedule full shoulder replacement surgery. I knew that couldn't be the answer, and that's when I reached out to Dr. Frankie and Boston Prolotherapy. I didn't need shoulder replacement. I didn't need cortisone shots. I had torn nothing. There was a tendon issue, and Boston Prolotherapy was perfect to help. Before I saw Dr. Frankie and Boston Prolotherapy, The injury had progressed to the point where I was probably going to have to stop competing. Since the treatment, not only has my rank in the sport improved, but I have multiple top 10 and top 5 finishes at pro meets.
Ted Johnson here, and thanks to Boston Prolotherapy, Connor finished top 10 at February's Powerlifting Invitational, hitting a personal best bench press completely pain-free. Imagine what you could do without pain. BostonProlotherapy.com.
When you're on the go, count on Mass General Brigham Health Plan with 24/7 support, helpful digital tools, and world-class providers. We offer coverage for individuals, families, employers, and retirees, all connected to one of the world's leading healthcare systems. Whether you're playing pickleball in Boston Seaport or hiking with your dog up Mount Wachusett, you can be free to live in your moment. Learn more at massgeneralbrighamhealthplan.org.
We are pleased to announce that Charter Care Health Partners is now Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. This signals a new day for two hospitals that Rhode Island has relied on for decades. Roger Williams Medical Center and Our Lady of Fatima Hospital have returned to local board control and management under a new nonprofit organization, Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We offer world-class cancer care, 24-hour emergency care, advanced surgery for urology, digestive diseases, and orthopedics, as well as comprehensive behavioral health and rehabilitation care. Our experienced doctors, nurses, and support staff deliver the highest quality care safely, with exceptional compassion and the advantage of community-based care in convenient neighborhood locations and free parking. That's the new Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We care for you.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A familiar face on the mound for the Phillies, Chase Sugart. I can never say his name without thinking of Jerry Maguire saying Bob Sugar. He made his major league debut after a circuitous route through the minor leagues.
I think another thing that we stumbled upon today is that our guy Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is not only going to be a challenge for media members, but for the fans and people on social media already coming up and saying, I have also struggled with this throughout the years. As Bruce Adams says on social media, I've always kind of called him kind of fluffy.
Here's Caleb Durbin. Nothing fluffy about him. He takes pitch inside for ball one.
But I think that, hey, listen.
You called him falafel earlier today.
We're all striving to be better.
Hummus on the side. 1-0 to Durbin. Caleb has walked and grounded into a double play here. He takes a fastball for a strike on the outside corner. What do you think about Crochet today?
I thought he was okay. I know that he's going to be frustrated by a lot of it, but still, 95's okay.
1-1 outside. This doesn't apply in spring training, but there's some parallel to the regular season where you don't have your A-plus stuff. I thought, the quick, whatever it was, 7-pitch inning third, he seemed to settle in a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, he had that second inning and ball that should have been caught. And really, you look at it, the fact to me, Will, to get through 5 is really, or almost 5, is really encouraging.
2-1 to Durbin is a little bit outside.
That's what you want, because how many times have we seen, he hoped that he could get into the 5th and he landed 4 or he landed 3 2/3. He got his work in. He got his up downs.
You've not done any down here. The 3-1 is a strike on the outside corner.
What do they call the burpees?
The burpees. Have you ever done a burpee?
Yeah, of course.
They're awful.
Yeah.
My least favorite thing in the world.
What is it, Spartan race? I did the Spartan. The worst.
Durbin swings and grounds one on the foul side. Doug wants to see a burpee right now. It'd be sort of hard to broadcast a baseball game and do a burpee.
Al's going to do one right here.
Al's had shoulder surgeries, knee surgeries. He's not doing a burpee in our booth. But that is how they map out these springs, Rob. And the most important thing for Crochet was to get into the 5th inning, sit down after 4 innings. 3-2 is outside ball 4. So that's what they'll care the most about. They checked that box on the way to Cincinnati.
And the most important thing is just health. Health. Be healthy. And, we have Sonny Gray tomorrow. You have to keep taking steps forward in terms of how you feel. And it's interesting because everyone talks about who are going to be the 5 starters. Let's be real. If you can do the Dodgers way of doing it,
Pitch misses outside to Narvaez.
And the Dodgers' way of doing this is have a couple guys maybe one guy maybe pitch a lot of innings, then a couple guys creep over 100 innings, and then just get to October.
Have them all healthy.
Have them all healthy, ready to go, pitching in Game 7 of the World Series.
1-0 brushes Narvaez back. It's 2-0. Of course, it helps to have Yamamoto, too. But it's a good point. The great teams nowadays have 7, 8, 9 starters.
And you don't obsess over, this guy has to make 30, 32 starts.
It's where guys like Connolly early get very interesting. Does he start the season on the roster? Maybe, maybe not. But even if not, you manage his innings, and then he really helps you down the home stretch of this season. Sandoval, another intriguing guy in that way, 2-0. He is a little bit outside. I mean, Oviedo has pitched better lately, Rob, so that complicates things for Sandoval, who does not have options.
Yeah, and Cutter Crawford also in the mix, and he's going to be pitching. He told me at live BP on Thursday.
3-0 throw to first. Don't you think it's impossible, though, that Cutter starts the season as a starter?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's even an option. Same thing with Sandoval. Like you said, it's a little bit trickier with Sandoval because of the option thing.
3-0, fouled back.
And we were talking about this. Who you want as the number 5 starter in a vacuum? Who would you want? Well, to me, it's probably Oviedo, and here's the reason why, Will, because he's a guy who's pitched 170 innings in the major leagues. You send him down, you're going backwards. If he's pitching well, keep moving forward with it. The other guys can wait.
3-1 to Carlos. He swings and misses. That was a sweeper way outside. It probably ball 4, but couldn't lay off, and it's 3-2. Will Middlebrooks was listening, and he said he would have given us at least 3 burpees real time in the booth. You know what? I totally believe him.
Okay.
With the headset on.
Sick brag, bro.
Throw to first, back in as Durbin.
Yes, and
he's probably in the baseball isn't boring best shape of his life.
Oh, he's absolutely.
3-2. Outside a sweeper that misses. That's ball 4.
All he has to do is pick a thing. Like if Will Middlebrooks right now, and he can probably text you, if he wants to commit to a number of burpees that he'll do by opening day, and he'll do them, he's got a best shape of his life T-shirt coming on his way. Let it be said, let it be done. Boom. 10 burpees.
We have, the two of us have 2 goals this year during this season.
Okay.
They're not burpees. It's more golf and more exercise throughout the season.
Now, are you calling golf exercise?
No.
Are you checking off that box with both of them?
No, they don't double count. Here's Monasterio, right-handed hitter. High fly into right field. Way back on it goes Brandon Marsh. He's got room in front of the track to make the play. Durbin tags at second. Heads for third. So a productive out for Monasterio. He's upset with himself there. I think he thought he hit that better than he did. And there's one down for Sogard.
Now, what do you say more?
Mm-hmm.
Different levels of baseline there for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
I think guys both play a lot of golf, right? Correct?
The point is, I bet you in the whole season last year we played 7 rounds.
Okay.
I'd like that to be 30 this year. Here's Nick Sogard, who hit a homer his last time. It's a strike on the outside corner. Why not?
I feel like it's the same goal the Chilean miners had.
Why? We got all these mornings free on the road.
What's the nicest course you've ever played at?
I've been very, very lucky. The 0-1 pitch
Pebble
is
Beach.
way high and outside. I played Pebble. It's great.
Augusta?
Awesome.
Oh, jeez. I mean, come on.
You asked. I didn't bring it up.
Shadow Creek?
I've not played, although I heard that costs $1,200.
It's the most expensive golf course in the world.
When one Sogard fouls it off on the third base side.
And the only reason I know this is because we had the GM meetings out there, and MLB had their new golf tournament with alumni and current players, and they played at Shadow Creek, and they wanted to make it very clear that they were playing at the most expensive golf course in the world.
Yeah. That doesn't make it the best, not even close. I couldn't pay $1,200 to play golf anywhere. 1-2. 4-3 Red Sox in the 5th. First and third, they lead as Sogard swings over the top of a changeup. He is gone, so not this time. And they're 2 down for Braden Ward. You know, in the regular season, I would never say this, and I don't think it'll happen here, but if there were ever a time for a 2-out bunt hit to score a run, like in a tight spot. That is the electric speed that this kid has.
Oh, absolutely. I love how he's bringing back the drag bunt.
Pitch. Line drive into right field. Why bunt when you can do that? That's a hit. Ward's blazing speed is at first, and coming home to score is Durbin, and it's 5-3 Red Sox.
I mean, he's not making the team, which is kind of unfortunate because I want to keep seeing him play. Today, he has evolved past the bunting. 2 really hard hit balls, 2 line drives, one up the middle, that one pull side, and Will, he hits from the left side. As we know, that's not really a position of need as an outfielder for the Red Sox. But
to that roster expansion day when you get 1 position player and 1 pitcher. I mean, barring major injuries and real needs, say, on the infield, how is Braden Ward not that guy? The 1-1 is a soft ground ball on the left side, almost hit the runner Narvaez. A wide throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Alan Castro is aboard. The bases will be loaded with 2 down for Christian Campbell.
And I guarantee you, if Narvaez is in front of him in the base pass, Ward's standing at third right now. I mean, he's flying around the bases on that lollygag of a throw to first.
Candlesticks are always a great gift. Here's Campbell with the bases loaded. I also think Narvaez may have disturbed the shortstop Rincon there. He was sort of right in front of the baseball on the way. All right, here's Campbell. Little looper in a shallow right field. Off the end of the bat coming in is Marsh. He's there to make the play, and the inning is over. Now the Red Sox get a run, and after 5 innings, they lead 5-3 on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, boss. Gotta go.
It's only 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's important, though.
Well, can it wait?
Ugh, not really. It's the Nissan Now Sales event. I can save on an award-winning Nissan like the Rogue, new Pathfinder, and Frontier.
Your report is due today.
Yeah, you're right. Nissan is #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power.
This is your job.
Well, it's called Nissan Now, not Nissan Later.
What?
Anywho, don't worry. I'm going to take you for a spin.
Get 0% APR on the 2026 Nissan Rogue, 2026 Nissan Murano, or 2025 Nissan Pathfinder for well-qualified buyers. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Example: 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per 1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Ryan Watson, the new Red Sox pitcher, as we go to the top of the 6th inning. 5-3 Sox. Will Fleming, Rob Bradford, Alvaro Hernandez, Doug Lane here in the Jet Blue booth. Middlebrooks here in spirit doing shirtless burpees, and Joe Braverman back at the flagship WEEI. Connor Wong is the new catcher. That's certainly interesting as Narvaez started the game. Now Connor comes on to catch Ryan Watson. I think, Rob, that as we get into the back 9 of spring training, that the backup catcher job is a really interesting conversation as a curveball from Watson misses low for ball 2.
I don't think there's any question in the last couple of days this came to light in terms of there is being a legit competition. Matt Theis stepping forward a little bit, even Jason DeLay.
2-0. Strike on the outside corner. It's so fun, isn't it, Rob? Alex says and does nothing by accident. Nothing. And the fact that he said that about Matt Theis a couple days ago had some real purpose.
Yeah, and also,
here's a pop foul straight back, 2-2.
The roster manipulation would push you to think that Matt Theis has a really, really good chance because he has an upper mobility. So if he doesn't make the team, he can cut himself loose from the organization, and Connor Wong has options.
2-2 to the left-handed hitting Marchand. Ground ball foul outside of first.
And this guy pitching right now, Ryan Watson, Rule 5 guy, he was asked, Alex Cora was asked about him, and it really seems like it's an uphill battle, much more than, you had obviously with Garrett Whitlock and Justin Slayton and some of these other Rule 5 guys they've had.
Well, I mean, Whitlock is such an anomaly. He came on the scene. It was just awesome. The 2-2 is a ground ball on the right side. Meyer to his right has been brilliant defensively. today. He gloves and throws to first. And there's one away. There's nothing wrong, Rob, with taking a flyer on a Rule 5 guy, bringing him in, trying to introduce some new weapons and see how it goes. But I'm with you. It has not looked like an elite major league reliever with Ryan Watson.
No, his velocity's down from what I think they thought it would be. And Will, we saw Whitlock, we saw Slayton, we saw these guys. They jumped out at you. I mean, it was very obvious that they could help right away.
Swinging a foul off the bat of Peguero, straight back on one.
And I do find it interesting how the Rule 5 guys are picked now. I think there's more of a success rate than ever because it's not just guesswork. There's a lot of measurements that they can do. If a guy's AA, say, well, this will play. If we tweak this or tweak that.
Pitch misses down and in.
I mean, look at the White Sox last year. The White Sox, I mean, they had their opening day starter. It was a Rule 5 guy, Shane Smith. Mike Vassell, Rule 5 guy, who was having a crazy good year, over 60 appearances, under 3 ERA.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Good sweeper. Yeah, the opening day starter for the White Sox, Shane Smith. Whitlock, by the way, has not pitched in the first 2 Team USA games. I guess Alex Cora talked to Mark DeRosa, who assured him that Whitlock would get in today because it's this double-edged sword. You don't want him to push too hard, but you do want him to throw as the 1-2 pitch misses outside.
Yeah, for these managers of the WBC teams, there is that balance, and also they're getting a lot of texts and phone calls from organizations.
I would say so. 2-2. Pitch. Fouled back. I think Mark DeRosa wants to be a major league manager. I mean, he is fabulous on television. The breakdowns that he does on the MLB Network, he's a great personality. He's just wonderful in that role. But that is another element to this thing. Pujols, too, with the DR. These guys are trying to showcase their way through managing games.
There's no question. I mean, Andrew Jones managing Netherlands.
2-2. High fly in a shallow center field. Actually, the wind is going to keep it on the infield. So much for center field. The third baseman, Caleb Durbin, makes the play and got lost on the roof. It's spring training for everybody, and there's 2 down.
Once the ball goes up in the air in Grapefruit League, who knows what's going to happen?
See, this is the thing. I felt extra pressure today coming in because of what Ken Laird did yesterday. That's the kind of highlight that could really put me in hot water.
Well, he got his Spencer Horowitz moment out of the way in the first inning. After that, so it's sort of like giving up a hit in the first inning and then pitching a perfect game the rest of the way.
Really fun to listen to Ken as Marsh takes a strike on the outside corner. In all seriousness, he and I chatted about it the other day at the great WEI Partners Dinner down at Tarpon Bay, and he did so much work in preparation, as you knew he would. 0-1 to Marsh. The pitch is low, and I say this to anybody who's willing to listen, who asks me. I said, don't worry too much about the mechanics of the game, right? Like who's playing right field for the Pirates today? Not that relevant. And I thought Ken sounded so comfortable and at ease. The 1-1 pitch is swung on a missed fastball, and it's 1-2. That's half the thing.
I've never seen more highlighters in my life before that game. But as he found out,
waters and coffees and highlighters.
Because I asked him after, what did you expect and what happened and what surprised you?
1-2, swing and a foul.
And obviously, he's like, I'm probably over-prepared. But as he said, going back to when I first did this, I don't know what I'm doing. But when I remember that first time I was ever on NESN, it was 2012, Will Middlebrook's debut. Just fill your head with information.
Yep. 1-2, low.
Because Will, you can have all this stuff, but if you're scrambling for it, it doesn't really work. But Ken was so good, and it was just he was just such a joy to be around because it meant so much to him. That was awesome.
No doubt. See, that's why I don't prepare at all. The 2-2 is fouled off on the first base
You
side.
prepared just the right amount, the perfect amount.
It's interesting, not to get too in the weeds, but you do have to just do the game in front of you. And I think a lot of times people prepare so much information and biographies and all this stuff that it kind of gets in the way of the what's going on right in front of your eyes. The 2-2 down and away. And Ken did not do that at all. I thought it was cool.
No, and we also had the equivalent of 1,000 students behind a free throw for him when the parrot came up to the booth and he was trying to do play-by-play with this guy. The parrot, trying to distract him.
There's not a human in there?
It was a parrot.
3-2 pitch to Marsh's outside ball 4. So Watson loses him with 2 down in the 6th.
And another great thing for Ken, because his roots are so much with Pittsburgh, and as he said, that parrot that came up, that was the stuffed animal he played with as a kid. And then he went into the history of the 1970s parrot, which came under some legal issues.
Had only he known that while he was playing with Stuffy as a young man. 2 down. Here is Justin Crawford, fouled back to the screen.
They had a pierogi race. It's like sort of the typical race you have, whether it's with the presidents or whatever. And we were saying that, much like I gave the parrot a lot of criticism last year for sitting in the stands, this time the pierogi race, they got to the finish line, they tied, and they just like, whatever. They didn't even identify a winner.
0-1 is breaking ball down and in.
But the fact that Ken knew the names of the pierogies, that's not preparation, that's just instinct.
No prep needed there.
No, that's like drawing on little 7-year-old Kenny Laird.
Have you ever had the Primanti Brothers sandwich with the French fries inside?
Is this a Pittsburgh thing?
Yeah.
No.
Awesome. 1-1 is a foul tip into the mitt of Connor Wong, and it's 1-2.
What is it?
So Primanti Brothers is a very famous Pittsburgh establishment, and one of the things they do in a lot of their sandwiches is put French fries inside the bread with whatever meat you choose.
I always feel like if you put an egg in anything, it's good.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So Watson walks one, but gets out of it. We'll put some eggs in Rob when we get back here. Bottom of the 6th next. 4-2 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Support is available 24/7 with VerboCare. We're here day or night, ready whenever you need help. Because a great trip starts with the right support.
Don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Love all the 2026 Subaru Forester or Forester Hybrid have to offer. Like standard, symmetrical, all-wheel drive. Buy with as low as 0.9% financing or lease for as low as $249 per month. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
Where are you headed in your Toyota right now? Not the exit or the street address. What's the why behind your drive? Maybe it's that hug from Grandma you've been missing. The laugh of a friend you haven't seen in a while. Toyota doesn't just take you from here to there. We bring you closer to the people who matter most. Because the best roads always lead to someone. People are the destination. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story to lead it off against the new Philly pitcher, Seth Johnson. It's 5-3 Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch. Trevor takes a strike on the outside corner. Slider, and it's 0-1. Shaws and Star Market has your pasta meal deal, just $5 with the 4U digital coupon. Premio Italian meatballs, signature select pasta sauce, and fresh Italian bread. See store or the app for details. Here's a high drive and a deep left center field toward the monster. Back on it goes Otto Kemp. He can't get it. It's off the monster. Story has caught so much green in this spring training. He does it again. It's a wall ball double to begin things in this bottom of the 6th.
Nothing that Trevor Story has done this spring should give you any pause or saying he's going to have a good year. I mean, people forget how much he struggled out of the gate last year, but then how good he was. It was kind of crazy, Will. He struggled so much that you kept looking up because he was good month after month after month. Like, how is his OPS not higher?
Hit a ball hard in Milwaukee and took off from there. Here's Marcelo Meyer. 1 for 3 today. Here he pops it up in a shallow left field. Story will have to stay put Otto Kemp in left field with the shades on comes in to make the play. Marcelo swung the bat early in counts here today, and there's one away.
Yeah, you know why? Because he was taking pitches yesterday, and Alex Cora said that yesterday, that there was probably some takes that he shouldn't have had. So he's coming out of the gate, swinging the bat.
But he sure has looked the part with the glove here today. Should come as zero surprise. That is his calling card. Here's Caleb Durbin, right-handed hitter. Story still at second. Pitch just inside.
I know that Caleb Durbin was a wrestler, has a history of being a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a baseball player that you've ever seen that looks more like a wrestler than Caleb Durbin?
Other than Alejandro Kirk, no.
No, come on. Come on.
Pitch. It's a little bit outside.
Not to get too specific, but I think the wrestling singlet might be an issue for Alejandro Kirk these days.
What an incredible playoffs he had. Such a pure hitter. 2-0 to Caleb Durbin. Pitch is a little bit outside. A fastball, 3-0.
And when he's up with first and third in the seventh game of the World Series last year, I mean, the guy is so good, you think something's good's going to happen. Broken bat.
We talked to John Gibbons about that on this very field a couple of weeks ago. 3-0. Same with Varsho. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. There were just so many moments for the Blue Jays where 1 millimeter would have won them the World Series.
Yeah, like I said, I think John Schneider had such a great run throughout the playoffs and the World Series.
3-1. That's in there. Slider, and it's 3-2.
And my nitpick moment was really that moment where you know that Alejandro Kirk is the slowest runner in all of baseball pretty much, and he could be doubled up. To get Addison Barger going, the Dodgers aren't going to throw through on that.
3-2. Broken bat, grounded to third on cue. It is fielded there by Peguero, throw to first, and Durbin is retired. He was open about that. John was. I mean, think about it. You know, you're so close to the pinnacle of your profession. This is a guy in John Schneider who has ridden so many buses, worked his way up and down, been in the hottest seat of all speculation, even last year that he might lose his job. And to think about after the World Series ends, how many things you must replay in your mind.
Goodness.
Here's Connor Wong batting for the first time for Narvaez. The pitch is strike on the outside corner. But the one thing I love that John said, and I know you agree with this, he has zero regrets. None.
Oh, yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't. All the good things that they did, and for the Blue Jays fans, like, what a season. Let's not forget, like, all the unbelievable moments, including against Seattle.
0-1, swing and a miss. Wong, who's batting 105, 1 for 19, swings over the breaking ball, and it's 0-2.
And being in that city, it was really, when they came back for Game 6, I think that everyone just expected, okay, if we don't win Game 6, we'll win Game 7.
0-2, swing and a miss. He got him on 3 breaking balls, and the concern around Wong at the plate continues. We go to the 7th inning, 5-3 Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
A pressure-treated deck cracks, rots, and gives up. TimberTech Advanced PVC Decking does not. At Cape Cod Lumber, we stock TimberTech, built to handle New England weather, season after season. No splinters, no staining, no surprises. It's never too early to start thinking about deck season. Planning now means you're ready when spring hits. Get real durability, authentic color, and industry-leading warranties to back it all up. If you want a great deck, you want a TimberTech deck. Everything wood should be. Visit cclco.com today.
Facilities managers, it's time to think inside the box. Storage trailers and ground level storage containers from Eagle Leasing are the way to go. I'm Mike Eagle. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or visit us at eagleleasing.com. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Every sandwich has bread, every burger has a bun,
But these warm, golden, smooth steam buns, these are special, reserved for the very best. The Filet-O-Fish. And you can have them too.
It's Filet-O-Fish season. Get 2 for $6 or 2 10-piece McNuggets for $6 or mix and match. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer. Single item at regular price.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Left-hander Tyler Samaniego is on. Came over in the Oviedo deal. He will see the Phillies in this top of the 7th. Wholesale defensive changes for the Red Sox. Looks like Nathan Hickey is in at first base. Pitch to Rodriguez. That would be Jose Rodriguez. Is a fastball that misses outside. Max Ferguson at third. Vinny Capra at shortstop. Mikey Romero, the second baseman. Hickey at first with Andy Asokar in right field as a big swing and a miss, and a fastball makes it 1-1. Isaiah Jackson in center field and Tyler McDonough in left.
It's amazing. We're reminded Dave Dombrowski makes every single one of these trips.
Well, he makes every trip during the regular season and in spring. One of my very favorite people in all of baseball is a changeup misses outside, and it's 2-1. Dave is so thoughtful. He is not afraid to swing for the fences and sign big deals. He re-upped with Schwarber and Real Muto this offseason. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's 2-2.
Who's your pick in the NL East? Ooh, this is a nice Ranger Suarez Phillies jersey right there. I'm giving you time.
I like that. The old school baby blue is a swing and a miss. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's swung on and missed. I still think the Braves are chronically underrated every year. Whether or not they've got enough starting pitching, that remains to be seen. I mean, the Phillies are loaded again. I think I'm going to pick the New York Mets, though.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Does the BIB show have an official pick in the NL East?
Not yet. We're just analyzing and breaking down right now.
Here's a pitch that misses inside from Samaniego to Keaton Anthony, ball 1.
I tell you what, we're speaking of breaking down divisions. We were in the booth earlier with Ryan Ripken's in town, son of Cal Ripken, beginning his own media empire, and he's going to be doing a lot of work for the Orioles broadcast, and he's got a really great insight in terms of the American League East and the Orioles as well. He loves new manager Craig Albernaz.
Well, a New England guy. 1-1 pitch is fouled off.
Well, that's the thing. I said to him, I think right now everybody knows Craig Albernaz as the guy with the really thick Boston accent who's fairly young. But he said the impression that he's already left on that organization in terms of the foundation and culture is really impressive.
I like Craig a lot, too. I've gotten to know him a little bit. Let's be fair. Of course they're going to have a good impression about their new manager in spring training.
I don't know. I could give you an example.
Yeah, Bobby Valentine.
Yeah.
But in the modern era, it was crazy. Ryan Ripken came in. He was looking for you about an hour before the game. And as I told him, I'm a kid who grew up in the D.C. area. We did not have the Nationals at that time, so the Orioles were our team. 1-2 is a broken bat bloop to short. It's handled there by Capra on the fly, and they're 2 down. It is not an exaggeration to say that Cal Ripken was far and away my favorite player as a kid. I mean, the Iron Man, I was there for 21-31. Just a model ball player, leader, and it's wild. His son came in, and he's got identical eyes, identical jawbone, maybe identical hairline too. But
which Ryan admits. I said to Jim Rice, I said,
here's a chopper foul off the bat of
we were in
Rincon.
the backfield and watching with Ryan. I said, hey, Jim, who is this guy? His dad, you played against his dad. I said, just take a look at him. And Ryan said, no, let me take my hat off.
Oh, you must be Cal's kid. 0-1 with 2 down in the 7th. Pitch is low. 2,131 games in a row to break Lou Gehrig's record. He went on to play, I think, at least 100 more after that. World Series as a rookie, and they expected many more runs like that. The 1-1 is a little bit outside. Might have been in another one were it not for Jeffrey Mayer and Tony Tarasco out in right field at Yankee Stadium.
And Ryan played in the minor leagues. He said he played a lot over here at JetBlue.
Yeah, made it up to AAA. 2-1. Strike on the outside corner.
He's talking about facing Cutter Crawford, facing Tanner Houck. Ooh, challenge. Here we go. Get ready, Joe Braverman.
It was the hitter, Rincon, who challenged here. It was called a strike, and the hitter wins. It was a ball. I really don't think we should be playing that happy bell when an opponent hitter gets a challenge right. Just me.
I honestly didn't know. I was kind of curious whether it was going to be the sad trombone or the bell.
It should be the sad trombone in that spot. We'll send Joe a creme brulee. Here's a line drive into left field. Over and to his left is Tyler McDonough. He's there to make the play. And the inning is over. Stretch time at JetBlue. It is 5-3 Red Sox on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older and slower than you should actually. Yeah, I didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are, but here's the good news. QC Kinetics, patients are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. Dr. Tupper and the QC Kinetics medical professional use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science. Treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you'll need relief. That's how Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Patrick's golf game is on fire again. Andrea's back in her garden, all real QC Kinetics patients, because no one signs up for feeling old and slower. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is free. Call today, 617-644-PAIN.
Hi, this is Stephen Goulston. Homeowners choose Mario's Roofing because we're fair, honest, and provide quality services. Call Mario's Roofing today for a free estimate. 781-344-2420. Mario's Roofing. We won't soak you to keep you warm and dry.
Hi, I'm retired U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills. In 2012, I was critically injured in Afghanistan, losing portions of all 4 limbs. But thanks to support from people like you, I turned my struggles into strength. At the Travis Mills Foundation, we serve post 9/11 veterans, first responders, and their families, helping them heal, grow, and thrive together. Your donation makes it possible. Visit TravisMillsFoundation.org to give today.
It's Alex Cora. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back, everybody, to JetBlue Park. Red Sox leading 5-3 heading in the bottom of the 7th. Host, connect, and celebrate in style with your own private hospitality experience at America's most historic ballpark. Visit redsox.com/groups and click Group Hospitality Information to learn more.
Andrew Monasterio, the DH, he's the only starter still in the game for the Red Sox. Bats in the bottom of the 7th inning against the new Phillies pitcher. That is Nolan Hoffman. And a sinker on the outside corner makes it 0-1. Apparently Joe Braverman has never in his life had creme brulee.
Well, he said he didn't like creme brulee.
Monasterio loops one down the left field line out of play. Because Doug Lane, you made the comment, everything's better with egg in it. Doug tells us he whips him up for his beautiful bride Brenda back at home. He freezes 6 at a time and takes him out for a romantic evening of creme brulee. And so we asked Joe Braverman if he enjoyed creme brulee. Our great executive producer back at the EEI studios. The 0-2 is a fastball from a funky sidearm angle. Cutter missed, and it's 1-2.
You know, the good thing is between you playing every elite golf course and Doug cooking up a bunch of creme brulees, we're really leaning into the common man today, aren't we?
No kidding. Who are these tools? The 1-2 pitch is called a ball. That was very close, and it's 2-2. I said we want to play more golf, exercise more. I definitely want more lobster this year, too. Get off the coast of Marblehead, Doug. Come on. Get him with your hands. 2-2.
I'll bring it in tomorrow.
I guess he's got some here. Pitch to Monasterio's fouled off. I can't wait to watch this guy hopefully begin the regular season in Red Sox uniform. He's a really intriguing talent, don't you think, Rob?
I do. He is probably the guy I would say has stood out, besides Braden Ward, maybe the most of anybody.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch outside with a curve, 3-2.
And you look at that trade, I think that Milwaukee trade is going to be really interesting because you've already heard from Milwaukee them screaming and yelling about Kyle Harrison yesterday. I think he struck out 8 in 3 innings with this new changeup. They really like David Hamilton.
3-2, fouled. I mean, Hamilton's his own thing. The Red Sox fan base has seen a lot of him. It is crazy, though, to see Tibbs thriving with the Dodgers, now Harrison going over to the Brewers, and I think there's probably some scar tissue in Red Sox Nation for pitchers being traded from Boston to Milwaukee like Quinn Priester a year ago. The Red Sox do have so much depth of starting pitching. The 3-2 is inside ball 4, so Monasterio draws a leadoff walk, and then I'll bring up Mikey Romero.
I would imagine that they would give him the green light to go just because he hasn't had a ton of opportunities to steal. And he's got some speed, so if you have some speed and you have that skill set, let's see if you can get it done.
Now a defensive update for the people who live in the Philly suburbs about the minor leaguers on the field. Wearing the gray unis as Mikey Romero digs in. And Monasterio does go, but he's picked off. Throw to first, down to the shortstop. That is now Christian Cairo, and he's tagged out. You were right. He did go, but he guessed wrong, and there's one away.
Yeah, Hoffman and I, same wavelength.
I've always said that.
Usually it's Trevor Hoffman.
Similar workout rituals. Caleb Ricketts is at first base. Aaron Escobar at second. Christian Cairo, the shortstop, with Carson DiMartini at third. Reyes, Campbell, and Murr left to right in the Phillies outfield for those who care. Not many, I'm sure, as Romero takes a curveball inside for strike one.
Well, to me, it's striking how much bigger Mikey Romero is.
He is. Tree trunk legs, the 0-1. High fly down the left field line toward the corner. Way back on it goes Reyes, and he watches it. Slice foul and out of play. Do you think Mikey Romero makes his major league debut this year?
Yes, I do. I do. I think he's a good player. He obviously came off or had a tough time in his first few years as a professional, former first-round pick, 2022. And last year he got some momentum. He's played well in spring training last year. He's played pretty well this year. Just he needs a little bit more time, but he's a good player. I think he's a major league player. I actually, for a while, thought, okay, you know what? If he catches fire in spring training, maybe could have a conversation. He had a little bit of a setback with his back and had a hard time getting going this spring.
0-2 to Romero. Pitch. That's right there. Fastball in the outside corner, and there's 2 down. We know injuries are going to happen. And I do think, Rob, for the first time in a long time, the Red Sox, all over the place, have real depth, both in pitching and position players, that people are going to start the season in AAA that could come up and really help.
Yeah, well, let's look around the diamond. We start with the shortstop situation. We said that they want to protect themselves at shortstop, and that's a big reason why they got Kiner Falefa.
Izzy, you mean? Here's Vinny Capra, who takes a curveball high and tight, ball 1.
It's much like Brian Bayo working on a changeup. It's not comfortable, but I know that I have to be uncomfortable to get more comfortable.
Bayo pitched great today for the DR again, which is important. I don't care what he throws. Those are big outings for him. 1-0 the pitch. Chopper on the third base side, foul. Rob, I've said this so many times. To be the best version of himself, he needs to rediscover that sinker changeup combo. That's, to me, almost undeniable. If he's going to be the kind of pitcher the Red Sox envisioned him to be when they signed him to the extension. However, and I think it is a big however, 1-1 to Capra, 5-3 Red Sox in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, this time fair inside of third. It's handled there by Carson DiMartini. Throw to first, and the inning is over. However he does it, he's got that it factor at times on the mound. If he pitched great today, that's a great sign going into the year.
Yeah, it's a guy that could make an enormous difference, and we've seen the best. Today he was at his best for the Dominican Republic.
To the 8th inning we go. 5-3 Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
My name is Carlo, and I have lost 89 pounds with Awaken 180 weight loss. The visceral fat around my belly was out of control. It was affecting how I do my job as a police officer, just affecting everything in my life. You want to enjoy when you get up there in age. You want to be around to enjoy many years of your retirement. And I think taking off the weight is the first step in changing the way you feel. I had my physical back in August. The last time I was in there was early March. My doctor walked in and she goes, "Oh my God, Carlo, unbelievable. All your blood work came back. You are A-OK. You look phenomenal." And that's uplifting to you. That makes you feel great.
Feeling great. This is Andy Hart. Whether you have 89 pounds to lose like Carlo or 31 pounds like I did, you can do it with Awaken 180 weight loss. Make the call 844-346-1800 or online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Now at Shaw's and Star Market, get all you need for a pasta meal for just $5 with a 4U digital coupon. Premio Italian meatballs, signature select pasta, pasta sauce, and fresh Italian bread. Limit one per customer. See store or the app for details. $5 meal deal at Shaw's and Star Market.
You're listening to the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Seth Martinez is the new pitcher for the Red Sox. Felix Reyes, right-handed hitter, is on for the Phillies as we get into the top of the eighth inning. 5-3 Sox as Martinez missed with a sweeper outside for ball one. Nick Sogard's three-run homer, the big swing here today. Martinez misses again with a sweeper, and it is 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch way inside with a two-seam. Tomorrow we'll see Sonny Gray, Aroldis Chapman, Justin Slayton on the mound as the Detroit Tigers come to Fort Myers. Tarek Skubal remains with Team USA. They'll play Mexico tonight as fastball in the outside corner runs the count from Martinez to Reyes to 3-1. Pitch on the ground to the left side, backhanded by the shortstop Romero. He throws to first in time. Beautifully done. Excellent job there defensively. And there's one away. I beg your pardon. That's Vinny Capra out there at shortstop. Romero at second base. Slick glove work for the first out in this eighth. Skubal pitched one time for Team USA, and apparently he's heavily weighing whether or not to keep himself available to pitch in a potential championship game for Team USA. 0-1. A little bit outside. Change up. And it is 1-1. I think this batter, Carson DiMartini, got hit with an automatic strike before he stepped in. Here he takes an unautomatic ball, a changeup that missed outside, and it's 2-1. 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Red Sox. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Phillies. Infield back and over to pull on the right side. 2-1 pitch. Blooper on the infield toward the shortstop Capra. He makes the second put out of the inning. We'll take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Eagles play here. Catch BC football, basketball, baseball, and hockey on WEEI AM, Boston, an Odyssey station.
Will Fleming and Rob Bradford, Alvaro Hernandez and Doug Lane here with us, and Joe Braverman back at EEI as Aaron Escobar. I guess it's Arun Escobar is the right-handed hitter. He takes a slider outside 1-0. I don't know what you think, Rob, but I feel like in the last 10 years we've seen an acceleration of the just different names than you've ever seen. Sort of like it's like all the normal names are taken, so parents are just trying to get creative, combine things, cultures, and first and last names. We got Arun Escobar, who takes a sinker for ball 2.
This is coming from a parent who named a child's middle name Ovechkin, right?
I did not. Here's a sweeper swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. Alexander.
That's what I meant. That's how I remember his name now.
Hopefully Bailey Alexander will be here tomorrow. He's a little bit under the weather as a 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. It's 2-2. I took Bailey and Charlie out to the golf course yesterday. It was awesome. A little sunset, 9 holes. Nothing like Florida this time of year. 6 o'clock, sun setting. Let it rip. The 2-1 is fouled back.
Is that your third goal, to have your child play more golf?
No.
Oh.
Read more books.
Okay.
But they're doing well on that, too. My 4-year-old Charlie, who just has sort of a knack for most things athletically, took him out yesterday, and he really got a taste for golf. 2-2 is outside. And he just started really swinging his driver. It's a driver on every hole. I tee it up in the middle of the fairway, no matter what we're doing. And we got to a par 3 near the end of the day as the sun was setting. 3-2. Pitch is a foul back to the screen. And we were next to some condos. People were out on their patios. Charlie just steps up, puts the tee in the ground, puts the ball on it, and swings like a 70-yard shot. And I swear to goodness, hit it to 2 feet. And roars from the condo viewers.
Nice.
And I was so mad at him. I thought he was about to have his first hole-in-one before Dad. 3-2 Mitch is outside, and it's a 2-out walk.
I thought when you said I was so mad at him, I thought you were going to say because I wasn't able to video it. But it was more, no, it was something much more selfish.
He did make the putt for his little birdie. It was awesome. It's so fun. I mean, that's what this is about. And a lot of these guys on the Red Sox have their kids down here. It's such a relaxed time. And isn't it amazing, Rob, how in the span of 14 days, how much that will change as the cutter's fouled back to the screen? That's the delight of spring training. And there's not that much pressure. Of course, guys are trying to make the team. They're trying to work on things. And you blink, you're in Cincinnati, and the pressure is so palpable.
It's pressure, it's time, it's flip-flopping your day. I mean, people don't understand. The clubhouse here opens at 8. These guys are getting here, somewhere at 7:30.
0-1
in the morning.
Strike is a foul down the left field side, drifting toward the corner and out of play. The coaches get here at 5 in the morning.
Yeah. And the other thing is the coaches make all the trips. So this past week we've had Dunedin, so that's about 2.5, 3 hours away. You had Lakeland, you had Clearwater, about 2.5 each, and then you had Bradenton, about an hour and a half. And the coaches are riding these buses. This is minor league stuff for these coaches.
0-2. Foul on the first base side. It's interesting, Rob. I mean, I think Florida spring training has so many charms. The weather, the beaches. It's great to be in Florida. But it's why a lot of veteran players like Alex Bregman, not only when they have homes there, prefer the Arizona model where the longest trip you can make is 40 minutes.
It's so much better, man. It's so much better. You have a lot of these, almost every facility in Arizona has 2 teams at each of them.
0-2, fouled straight back. 5-3 Red Sox in the 8th. I think if you really gave them truth serum, everyone in that third base dugout is ready to just move to the games that matter. They've been here forever.
Sure.
There are boxes to check, but they've been here long enough.
Well, I think that once they get the WBC guys back, it's going to start feeling like, okay, it's not that far away.
Go time. Happen next week. The 0-2 is high in the air into center field. Back into his left. On the run is the Red Sox center fielder. And that is Jackson, who makes the play, and the inning is over. There's actually a really fun WBC matchup featuring 2 prominent Red Sox players tonight. We'll get into that when we return. 5-3 Sox Sweet Caroline time from JetBlue on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Sean Flaherty, managing partner at Catches Law. At Catches, we don't just work here, we live here. We're part of the same neighborhoods, the same schools, the same New England towns that you call home. So when life hits hard and you need someone in your corner, you deserve lawyers who truly understand what's at stake. With over 40 years of experience and more than $3 billion recovered for the people of New England, we know how to win, and we know how to fight for you. Visit catcheslaw.com today to schedule your free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless you win.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. N.A. member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Coleman.
It's electric.
A whole house generator from Coleman Electric saves a family unit. Boom! Big storm, power goes out. Coleman Electric saves you from this misery with a whole house generator. Schedule a free estimate for a whole house generator install. Call Coleman.
It's electric.
The South Coast Health Heart and Vascular Program is nationally recognized year after year for providing world-class care. Our heart and vascular team goes above and beyond to deliver the best clinical care and most compassionate service. You receive the time, attention, and communication you need to feel most comfortable, because at South Coast Health, you are what matters most. We are South Coast Health Heart and Vascular. Visit southcoast.org/heart to learn more.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Hickey, that is. He faces Andrew Walling, the left-hander for the Phillies, 5-3 Red Sox, as we near the end of this Monday afternoon at JetBlue Park. Walling takes a deep breath. He throws. Hickey, he takes a fastball inside ball one. So tonight, the United States plays Mexico in their third game. Jaron Duran donned the home run sombrero the other day. Roman Anthony's been a fixture for Team USA, 1-0. Pitch. He's a little bit outside. It's amazing, Rob. I mean, talking about how I like the WBC. It's been so fun. And yet, it's such an embarrassment of riches. So many days, guys like Bobby Witt Jr. on the bench, other all-time talent players. The 2-0 pitch to Hickey is a strike on the inside corner, 2-1. We'll see whether Roman's in there. I think it'd be fun to see Anthony and Duran on the same field on opposite sides.
Yeah, it'd be great. I'm really anxious to see how Roman felt coming out of it. I mean, it came out of nowhere, obviously.
2-1 pitch misses.
And for him to go through the experience, it probably just blew him away. And this is one of the things, I was talking to Connor Griffin yesterday, the Pirates, obviously a top prospect in baseball, said, these guys, this is a very real goal for all these guys.
No doubt. 3-1, misses inside, so Hickey walks. You hear Paul Skeens talking about it's the most important jersey he's ever worn. And so, while I just push back a little bit on some of your characterizations of moments, I get what you're talking about, where, especially for the guys in those uniforms, to me, Rob, the best sort of parallel that I can come up with is you're on an all-star team for 2 weeks, and you're around these guys, you really get to know them, and it's not every night being a red carpet and a home run derby. You're playing real games in the context of the WBC with the best players in the sport, as Tyler McDonough takes a fastball for ball one.
Well, the obvious comparison is the Olympics, right? And a lot of people say, well, that's the Olympics. This is a MLB manufactured event. But
here's a broken bat blooper over the mound. Wallner bare hands throws wide into the dugout, and the runners will advance, although a throw over to third. Hickey made a really bad read there. That bounced off the fencing of the first base. He's out by 5 feet. And so there's one out with second base.
So, and I say, well, it's like some people will say, well, the Olympics are much more important. Well, not for the baseball players from these countries. The Olympics, unfortunately, one of the unfortunate things about baseball in the Olympics has been, absent for so many years. It's sporadically come back, but it hasn't taken root, certainly like the WBC has. And the WBC, it took time for the WBC to take root.
Here's Tyler McDonough from the left side, rather Max Ferguson, and he takes inside, ball one. I have sort of a contrarian view on that, Rob. I mean, I think it's wonderful for these big league baseball players to experience something like the Olympics in the WBC. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Did I love the spectacle of the NHL guys in the Olympics? I did. Call me nostalgic. I like the fact that the Olympic Games generally have been amateur athletes competing in them in only Olympic sports, as the 1-1 misses outside and it's 2-1. But I know that's a long time ago. But
It is a long time ago. I mean, everything has changed in that respect in so many ways.
I just don't like it quite as much. 2-1.
The Olympics now.
Pitch is high, yeah.
It's hard because I looked at this Olympics and it's sort of where you're at in different facets of life or what you're doing. And we're down here and we're focused on baseball. And I wasn't, sure, the hockey thing was the be-all, end-all. I didn't really pay attention to anything else with the Olympics. Olympics came and went for me.
3-1 to Ferguson. The pitch. Q shot off the end of the bat, foul.
And one of the things for the Olympics is that, and this doesn't really matter to this conversation that we're having, but how these cities obsess over getting the Olympics, and the Olympics come, and then they go, and then the cities are left with just this unbelievable financial burden.
3-2 is fouled off. Not to get too deep into it, but it is totally true. All the infrastructure, all the investment into all these facilities.
It's crazy. It has very little to do with baseball, but it really is remarkable. But, these cities keep doing it. So it means a lot during that time.
5-3 Sox in the eighth. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a slider.
It's funny because to morph back to the WBC is obviously happening in Tokyo Dome. And I think Cooper Boardman was asking about Tokyo Dome. Oh, that looks awesome. And I said, Tokyo Dome is not awesome. It's not. I would take Tropicana Field over the Tokyo Dome.
Well, that's just because you're the ultimate cynic. You're the guy talking about how the atmosphere of the WBC makes it what it is, and those scenes in that ballpark
the scenes,
are as good as it can be. Here's a drive down the left field line off the bat of Osokar. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is just fell outside the pole, and it's 0-1.
The scenes, they could have the scenes in JetBlue Park. Like it was the other day. It was great. The Puerto Rico game was great. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the venues, which nobody cares about, but still, the Tokyo Dome is, what I'm saying is the Tokyo Dome is not as good as Tropicana Field. Doug Lane would agree with me.
0-1. Pitch. He is outside. One thing, I know the players would hate it. I would love the Red Sox to open a season in the next few years in Japan.
You would?
Yes. I think the spirit of the whole thing is so great.
Unless they did it a whole lot different than they did last time.
Yeah, you don't need to play exhibition games afterwards. The 1-1 pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1.
That was the most ill-conceived thing of all time.
After a world championship.
Well, not only after a world championship, you're there just long enough to get the time changed. And then you come back, you play, and then you still are jet-lagged. Then you go to Toronto, and then you're still jet-lagged.
2-1, swing and a miss by Osokar, and it's 2-2.
So I just remember, I've never had the images of Ortiz in the workout at Dodger Stadium after they came back, falling asleep in the dugout. Jonathan Papelbon in Toronto just yelling and screaming, "This is ridiculous."
2-2 the pitch. That's right there. Down the heart of the plate. Strikeout inning over. We go to the top of the ninth. 5-3 Sox in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Now at Shaw's and Star Market, get all you need for a pasta meal for just $5 with a 4U digital coupon. Premio Italian meatballs, signature select pasta, pasta sauce, and fresh Italian bread. Limit one per customer. See store or the app for details. $5 meal deal at Shaw's and Star Market.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too. Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
This year, make your smile count. At Emma Wu Dentistry, Dr. Wu and her team are transforming smiles using the latest advanced dental technology. And to start the year right, for a limited time, patients receiving implant or full mouth restoration services can receive up to $2,000 off treatment. That's a lot of moolah. Appointments are limited. Call Emma Wu Dentistry today at 978-686-2223. That's 978-686-2223 and book your consultation. Emma Wu Dentistry, transforming smiles into lifetime memories.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Shaws and Star Market has your pasta meal deal, just $5 with the For You digital coupon. Premio Italian meatballs, signature select pasta, sauce, and fresh Italian bread. See store or the app for details. Top of the ninth. Red Sox will turn to Tyrone Guerrero, right-handed pitcher. Looks to be about 6'8", 6'9". He is a massive man on the mound. He'll see Felix Reyes with the Sox leading 5-3 in the top of the ninth. Guerrero throws and a big-time fastball, 99, misses high for ball one.
Yeah, he just has to get his command down. He's had the extension. He has the velocity. He has the height. He has the teeth.
1-0 pitch. Ripped down the left field line, and it is foul. Out of play, 1-1. By the way, Venezuela has now qualified for the next round. So has the Dominican Republic. What's interesting is those two teams will play on Wednesday night in what is essentially a meaningless game, except for this. The loser of that game will have to play Japan in the quarterfinals. So there'll be a lot on the line in that game. 1-1 to Reyes. Guerrero throws. That's a good one. Called a ball. Wow. Fastball at 91, and it's 2-1.
Well, Guerrero, the guy on the mound right now, he was going to play for Colombia. He backed out at the last minute. It's probably a good thing. Colombia's 0-3.
2-1. High pop foul. Out of play.
Same thing with Aroldis Chapman. Aroldis Chapman found out last minute he couldn't play for Great Britain. But Great Britain, again, also, they're not going to advance. They're 0-3 as well.
2-2. Here's the pitch, and that is low a little bit with a fastball. I guess that no matter whom those two teams face off, Japan, DR, or Venezuela, the winner matches up. It is bracketed out that they'll play the United States. What a matchup that would be. Here's a 3-2, and that is a bladed called ball. It misses outside, so a leadoff walk, 99 miles an hour. So a leadoff walk in this top of the ninth inning.
Don't forget my Canadian team. Well,
you've picked them to go deep, haven't you?
I don't know. I guess. I wanted a team like that to emerge. They're 1-1. They play Puerto Rico tomorrow. That'll be a great game.
Here's Paul McIntosh, right-handed hitter, pinch hitting, and he takes a strike on the outside corner.
I mean, how about the Netherlands game the other day? You talk about Red Sox connections.
Rafaela, then Bogarts get on, and then Albies hits the walk-off.
All with down 2 outs, nobody on.
0-1 strike. By the way, I mean, we saw it here early in camp. I think Cedon looks really good this spring.
Yeah, and he's had a good tournament. He had a good, I think he homered in both of the tune-up games for the Netherlands against the Orioles and the Rays.
0-2, the pitch. Chopper toward the left side. The shortstop Capra backhands throws to second for one. Nice job there by Romero to keep his foot on the bag. Vinny Capra has played a really good shortstop in this game. That's the first out in this top of the ninth.
It's still amazing. We've cited it a bunch in the last couple of days. Vinny Capra led the Cactus leading in home runs last year, outpacing Cal Raleigh.
Didn't quite translate in the same way to the regular season.
No, but, a lot of times it doesn't translate. Especially when you play in Arizona.
Here's Austin Murr, left-handed hitter. No relation to Danielle. Throw to first, not nearly in time. 5-3 Sox, one down in the ninth. Will Fleming, Rob Bradford, Alvaro Hernandez, Doug Lane here at JetBlue, and Joe Braverman back at WEEI. Colombia's beating Panama 4-3 in the ninth inning in the WBC. The Dominican Republic smashed Israel 10-1, and As we talked about earlier, Korea qualifies by beating Australia 7-2.
Right now, the Dominican is a team that's pounding everybody.
Well, no kidding. Every player on their team is a Hall of Famer, including their manager.
The last time around, though, was a sad trombone.
0-1 pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
I was trying to cue up Joe Braverman for the...
You got to give him a little more notice than that. Seriously, I mean, the lineup. Tatis Jr., Ketel Marte, Soto, Machado, Caminero, Carlos Santana, O'Neal Cruz. Come on, Geraldo Perdomo.
Is it better than the USA?
It's very close. Watching these games, that has been interesting as the 0-2 misses outside. I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, you talk about, with all the talent they have, Judge, Schwarber, Gunnar, Roman, Bobby Witt Jr., on and on. Loaded. 1-2. Pitch is a check swing. Whoa. He went around, they say. And they're 2 down. Last thing on the WBC before we lock in on the last out of this Grapefruit League game, Rob. This is where I just have a little pushback because of the time of year. I'd like to see it like the Olympics, where there's a 10-day break in the middle of the season. Everybody's ramped up. The pitchers are good to go. Because now this whole tournament that has so much behind it is going to be determined by pitchers who are not able to go as long as they normally would.
That's always the problem. And by the way, that last pitch on that strikeout, 101 miles per hour from Guerrero.
This one 100, and it's a strike on the inside corner to Ricketts, Caleb Ricketts, and its own 1. 5-3 Sox, 2 down, top 9. Tyrone Guerrero throws. Swinging a foul on the first base side.
He's blowing some smoke today, man. We haven't seen a lot of guys hit triple digits. Usually, even guys like Chapman and Crochet, they work their way up. But this guy, he's coming out of there shoot throwing 100.
We'll see Aroldis tomorrow after Sonny Gray throws. 0-2 the pitch. Line drive up the middle into center field. A base hit, so tying runs will be aboard here in this top of the 9th inning. I mean, we just read you the Dominican lineup. This is just crazy for Team USA. Schwarber, Bregman, Judge, Harper, Will Smith, Gunnar Henderson, Roman Anthony, Ernie Clement, and Pete Crow Armstrong. That's outrageous.
Yeah, Pete Crow Armstrong hitting nuts. When we did the exercise the other day, I actually do think the USA have a slight advantage over the Dominican Republic, and it's amazing because the initial view of the Dominican Republic lineup is just, you're just blown away.
All right, trying to keep the game going. Here is Justin Crawford. He takes a strike on the outside corner. It was something off speed, 91 miles an hour, and it's 0-1.
I'd like to know how they view Guerrero. I know he's been up and down, but when you have a guy throwing 101 in these games.
Pitch way high. Well, that's the problem, though. Bad misses like that. It's very hard in a pressurized environment. It's so hard to remember this time of year when you're in casual spring training how much it kills you when guys cannot throw strikes. 1-1. 2 down, top 9. The pitch, low. 2-1. Either way, I'll be dialed in tonight for USA and Mexico. Roman Anthony, by the way, I mean, he had a rough night the other night. He came up once with second and third, once with the bases loaded and didn't deliver, but he's had a great tournament for Team USA. 2-1. Swing and a foul. And remember, he's so young, Rob. This is really his first exposure to that environment, all the superstars around. And does it surprise you at all that he looks totally unbothered by all of it?
No, not at all. I mean, I think that he's been like that from minute one. And the other great part of Skeen's pitching for the USA.
2-2. Strike away from away in the pitch. Foul. Off the umpire and back to the screen. It stays 2-2. Again, if I'm Ben Sherrington, if I'm Scott Harris, Tigers and Pirates, GMs, I'm really not that happy that these guys are pitching in games that they say mean this much to them this early in the year.
That's always been the problem. continues to. They prepare a little bit better, but it's always a problem.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Ball game over. Tyrone Guerrero strikes out Crawford, and the Red Sox win today in Fort Myers by the final score of 5-3. Nick Sogard's 3-run homer the difference. Garrett Crochet battled a little bit early, but then he really settled in. Great defense from Marcelo Meyer and indeed Caleb Durbin. And the Red Sox get it back to 500 in Grapefruit League play. For whatever that's worth. 5-3 the final. We'll be back with some final thoughts after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
We are pleased to announce that Charter Care Health Partners is now Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. This signals a new day for two hospitals that Rhode Island has relied on for decades. Roger Williams Medical Center and Our Lady of Fatima Hospital have returned to local board control and management under a new nonprofit organization, Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We offer world-class cancer care, 24-hour emergency care, advanced surgery for urology, digestive diseases, and orthopedics, as well as comprehensive behavioral health and rehabilitation care. Our experienced doctors, nurses, and support staff deliver the highest quality care safely, with exceptional compassion and the advantage of community-based care in convenient neighborhood locations and free parking. That's the new Charter Care Health of Rhode Island. We care for you.
All right, class, tell me about your weekend. Leo?
Well, my sister wanted to go camping, so my parents took us in our new Nissan Pathfinder through a mountain trail.
Thank you, Leo.
No, it's not over yet. My brother wanted to explore some caves, so we drove up a bunch of steep hills. And then we
With its V6 engine and 9-speed automatic transmission, the Nissan Pathfinder can power your adventure. That's why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. The new V6-powered Nissan Pathfinder. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Central Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
This is Scott McFarland of McFarland Energy. While there's no shortage of companies offering heating oil delivery, boilers, furnaces, heat pumps, and air conditioning, we stand apart from the rest. Since opening our doors in 1946, our goal has been to deliver the best combination of price, expertise, and equipment to all of Eastern Mass and the Cape. This winter, consider McFarland Energy for your next oil delivery. You'll love our prices, and we'll treat you and your home like family. And don't forget to ask us about cleaner burning bioheat. Please visit us at McFarlandEnergy.com.
For 35 years, Avellino's has been Medford's kitchen. They're famous for huge portions and massive 14-inch subs, but they're also your event headquarters. Planning a corporate meeting or private party? Book their beautiful, spacious function room for up to 100 guests. Or let their catering team bring the feast to you with packages starting at just $10 a head. From boardroom to dining room, nobody feeds Boston like Avellino's does. When you want the best, you know where to go. Go Avellino.com. That's GoAvellino.com.
Here it comes. At T-Mobile, get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra with Galaxy AI. Okay, we don't need the trumpets. We know it's awesome. You even get a 5-year price guarantee. And the best benefits in wireless. A kazoo? Pre-order and get the new Galaxy S26 Ultra. Really? Nothing? Did I mention at T-Mobile there's no trade-in needed? Better.
Guarantee excludes taxes and fees. Applies to monthly price of on-network talk, text, and 5G data on the Beyond plan. Benefits vary by plan. May require activation and are based on included perks. Exclusions and details at T-Mobile.com.
Your night in just got legendary. Legends.com is the only free-to-play social casino and sportsbook where you can spin the reels, drop parlays, chase the spread, and hit up live blackjack without leaving your couch. Slots, sports, original games. Legends has it all. Win real prizes and redeem instantly straight to your bank.
Legends is a free-to-play social casino. Void where prohibited. Must be 18 plus. Play responsibly. Visit legends.com for full details.
Get in the game now and score a 50% bonus on your first purchase only at legendswithaz.com.
You're listening to Red Sox Spring Training Baseball
on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox win 5-3. That is not the headline today. Garrett Crochet was. He was a little labored early on. Will Fleming and Rob Bradford as the Red Sox take this one over the Phillies. And Rob, again, as we said at the beginning, he walked off healthy. And that is by far and away the most important thing this time of year for Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you still have a velocity up 95 or so. That's fine, I think, at this time. You enter into a third deck, you're going to immediately have another couple miles per hour and better command, better intensity. And he talked about that. It's like, this is this is how this is. It's A, working on stuff. It's B, a lack of juice that you just can't get in a spring training game. But once Cincinnati rolls around, I don't think there's any question. I mean, I think that he's on target to be the old Garrett Crochet.
And to sort of bring it full circle about so much of the stuff we talked about today, Rob, I love the WBC. The games are really fun, and yet I could not possibly care less about it when it comes to whether or not the Red Sox or any other team do well in the regular season. And I think it is really fascinating that Crochet made the other choice than did Skeens and Skubal. I don't care about this thing. I'm intrigued by it, but I'm staying here. This team committed to me. I want to get myself right and not chase that thing that these guys have in the WBC.
I think that all things considered, Garrett Crochet's decision was absolutely correct because, there's a little bit different than Skeens and maybe Skubal because Garrett Crochet was coming off a year where he knew that he was going to have to ease back into things a little bit. And to go back out in March and be max effort off of pitching the most that he's ever pitched in his life at the intensity that he had to, that just was not going to be conducive to getting a good start to the regular season.
I thought Caleb Durbin looked good. I thought Marcelo, unsurprisingly, was really good with the glove.
It's bizarrely, we talk about takeaways. 2 throws by Caleb Durbin at the top of my list from third base. Really good throws.
Don't you think it's looking more and more certain that Durbin's at third and Marcelo's at second?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a combination. I said the other night where Meyer makes these really, really impressive plays at second, said, okay, he can play second. Well, today it was Durbin making these throws from third. Okay, Durbin can play third. You're at third. You're at second. Let it sit, be said, let it be done.
You never know what you're going to get in these spring games and what might stand out. It's such a little thing, but I thought the ball to Meyer's right, where he so quickly, smoothly flipped to Story to turn that easy double play. In some ways, like that's what Alex Cora has been talking about all of spring training. Let's get that combo together and let it roll.
I said this, and you probably noticed it as well. Meyer is one of the most confident defenders that I've seen in a long, long time. For as young as he is, I love when he does a play and he just sort of walks it off. It's almost like he's looking away, he's walking, I know I made the play. It's just an unbelievable level of confidence. As he said to me the other day, I said, what was the best compliment anyone's given you? He said, people said the game looks easy for him. And it does look easy for him, at least in the field.
It does. Doug Lane and Alvaro Hernandez were with us here. Joe Braverman back at the flagship quickly tomorrow. Get another look at Sonny Gray as he builds toward the regular season. We'll see Aroldis Chapman and Justin Slayton tomorrow. What do you think we'll look for from Sonny tomorrow?
Health. Yeah. And this guy is the ultimate guy of working on things, so we know that.
He's been here before. He knows the deal.
This isn't a velocity thing. We know this. It's simply stay healthy, stay going in terms of location, command, and nailing whatever he's working on.
Well, and as we close here, this is such a beautiful spring training moment. We got a young man who's maybe been in the Florida sunshine and has enjoyed himself today, and he's got a T-shirt that says, John Kruk is my spirit animal.
Well, it's hard to argue, right?
Red Sox beat the Phillies 5-3. Be with you tomorrow, right, Rob?
All right, it's going to be good.
All right. Doug's going to get in the pool. Rob's going to get some chicken wings, and we will have ourselves a night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. 5-3 Red Sox win on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to Red Sox Spring Training on the WEEI Shaws Star Market Red Sox Network.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts.
Various stages of discovery, and we lose thousands of lives to sarcoma in the U.S. on a yearly basis. The Sarcoma Foundation of America partners with heroes, do-gooders, and helpers from all walks of life to advocate for sarcoma patients through funded research and widespread awareness efforts. New and more effective sarcoma therapies are out there. We just need to work together to discover them and find a cure for this cancer once and for all. Now is the time to step up and fight the good fight against sarcoma. Join forces by visiting curesarcoma.org to learn more.
This is AM 850 WEEI Boston, the home of Rome, Boston College sports, and you better you bet. AM 850 WEEI.
I am Jim Rome of Westwood One. Not only are we on Westwood One, but we are on Sirius XM. We are also on the X platform. We are also on the Rome TV channel, which is now more platforms. So we are pretty much everywhere. Great to have you here. All right, lots of NFL going on, but the fact of the matter is, it's March 9th. So the madness has already started. Let's talk some college basketball right now. We are joined by the head basketball coach of the Miami Redhawks. He is in his 4th season there. He led them to their first national ranking this season since 1999. Set a new school record for wins in a season. He is a finalist for a couple of National Coach of the Year awards. Miami, 31-0, 18-0 in MAC play, ranked number 20 in this week's AP poll, and they are the top seed in the MAC tournament in Cleveland. They're going to take on UMass on Thursday. We are joined right now by Travis Steele. Travis, great to have you on the show. How you doing?
Doing great, Jim. Thanks for having me on.
Really good to have you on. So listen, I know you're in it. I understand everything is still in front of you. I understand the job is not finished, but man, what a magical season it's been to date. What's it